right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get started. We're going to do the podcast today. We got a lot to talk about today. So, welcome back to Down for the Count. And I am doing the simultaneous podcast today because I had to do my Freestyle Wednesday. So, if you're going to get a double whammy today. Okay, so the girls are here. We talked to Janae today. Janae's going to be back the next time that we film. So, if you haven't mentioned Janae, she's supposed to come back next time we film. She had to work today, so she couldn't come in today. But we got the OGs, we got Alexis, and we got Nicole. So say hi, ladies.
Oh,
Hello.
We got a lot we got to talk about. So let's start off with the big stuff. Let's start off with the case with Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis and the whole debacle of the mess. Okay, so y'all remember, just to give you a little refresher, Vince McMahon has been accused of not only SA but a lot. He's been accused of a lot, and because of that, that's the reason why he had to step down. That's why Triple H ended up taking over, and WWE has proceeded forward into the Triple H era of the company. Now, that doesn't mean that the case with Vince McMahon is over, but there have been some new developments. Allegedly, well, no, alleged, it's true. John Laurinaitis has decided that he is going to testify against Vince McMahon, and because of his ability to give evidence, he has now been dropped from the lawsuit. I'm gonna let y'all say how y'all feel about it, and then we'll proceed forward. Okay. So how about Nicole? You go first. Alexis, you're next. Then I'll go last.
I need Adam Cole to lose this belt. Sorry. Um, I think it's funny, and not like funny, haha, but like funny, ironic,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so funny. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much these men try to act like they're so loyal to Vince and so loyal to X, Y, and Z and all this bullshit just for him to, once his feet was really held to the fire and he was like, oh, I gotta go. You
Right.
are on your own. And I think, and I'm glad. I mean, John is shitty himself, so I think that. But okay, I'm gonna say something. This is probably gonna sound really bad.
okay.
Um, I think it's kind of shitty, even though she's probably getting what she needs to move forth with this lawsuit, that she's basically working with someone who helped perpetuate it.
I agree.
I think it's a little scummy, in my opinion. I do, as like a law, I don't want to say like as a lawyer, but as someone who eventually wants to work in like PR and like crisis and all that fun stuff, you do sometimes have to do a little dirt to help yourself and help your client. And again, that's in human nature and blah blah. Like no one's hands are ever going to be completely clean their entire lives. So I
Right.
do get that aspect of it. But since this was so jarring and disgusting and had so many layers, and John Laurinaitis has been talked about doing, allegedly, horrendous and not so great things to female talent and etc, and for them to be able to just like for her like, and I don't want to blame like put on her for, but the team including Miss Grant, for them to just like completely drop it just to solely go after Vince and WWE, which I do think WWE should get some feet held to their fire, but I don't think they understand how much. And again, like, yes, WWE, because, and I feel like, in a sense, I feel like they should not get their feet held to the fire as much because, again, Vince had such control over everything.
Huh?
There, very up until the TKO takeover, they ran as a mom and pop business.
They were a small business, believe
Yes,
it or not.
they, even though it was a multi-billion-dollar business, they still ran it like a small business.
Yeah.
So again, I know it's easy and I know they're upset again, and she's again taking aim at WWE because she was an employee there, but I also feel like that's very short-sighted because he did not have a checks and balances system for a lot of things.
True.
So, in my opinion, I would have kept that lawsuit on both of them, to be honest.
I 1000% agree.
Because you're letting him get away with a lot of messed up things that he's done to not only you, to talent that's still there, talent that hasn't been there, and talent that are no longer with us.
Yeah.
And that's what was upsetting to me because, and now again, and like again, I want to be careful about my language about this. You can run into the many criticizations of women who have lawsuits against men who conduct sexual crimes about them, and it looks more like a money grab than it should. And I'm not saying that it is. Obviously, again, like I think she should get her just due in court, which that's what they're still pushing for, I think, and all of that. But the optics of it doesn't look that good right now, in my opinion. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Alexis, what do you think?
I think it's real shitty that for her to get what she wants, she has to basically work with the devil, or at least the devil apprentice in Laurinaitis. But I know for a fact, like I like to believe in my heart of hearts that Laurinaitis is not going to walk away scot free, and whatever he believes in, he's going to have to pay for what he did. We called this shit, if I remember correctly, when
I think
everybody
you did.
one of us did it. I can't take that. That will build my ego, and I
I
really
know
don't
it
need
wasn't me, so
You said what?
I was like, I feel like it was Lex because I know it was not me.
What did she
One
say?
of said that when all this mess about Vince and everything broke, that something like this was going to happen. One of us called this shit years
I want to say it
ago.
was you because it definitely wasn't me.
I really think it was you, Alexis, because I feel
Yeah.
like you said that the one of them was going to turn on each other
Yeah.
to save
Yeah.
themselves.
That's exactly what is going on. Like, sadly, I have this feeling that Vince is never going to get the full repercussion that he deserves. But again, when he goes to his afterlife, he's going to have a lot to contend with. Whatever you believe in, I just like to think maybe he's going to get his just desserts then and there, because unfortunately he won't get it while he's here alive. But we called this. You guys are saying I did it. I called this shit. Then, like, they were gonna turn on each other to save each other, to save their own ass. Um, I would love to know what kind of evidence Laurinaitis had in order to get his ass off the hook. That's like the $1,000,000 question. Are we probably ever going to find out? Probably not. Which is a shitty thing, because I want to be petty. I want to hear what he has on Vince. Um, but I think more people will come out. Pretty much what Nicole said. I was going to say the same thing, but I think in my heart of hearts that some more people, when the pressure gets to them, that they're going to turn and they're going to offer up just to save their own skin. But just like I said, though, just because you think you get away with it while you're alive, when you reach your afterlife, you're really going to hate how you were as a person during your time here. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, okay. So I don't like it, but I understand that even in this this game of these court cases and everything like that, sometimes you have to play a little dirty, like Nicole said, in order to truly get what you want. And I don't like it because I could kind of understand if Laurinaitis did not actively participate in her assault, but he did. And in my opinion, he needs to suffer the same wrath as Vince McMahon because he was an active participant and he benefited from the participation, and he also continued to impose on other people in this particular way. So that is why I don't like it, but I can't get mad about it, and I don't think that she likes it either. I think that she agreed to ensure that Vince McMahon gets his just due. Um, he must be able to corroborate what she's saying. He has to corroborate it and agree and admit to the things that he did, which in turn is kind of like a double-edged sword, because while in court he won't be liable, in the court of public opinion he will be, and he'll be forever marked by that. So he kind of will get his just desserts, just not in the way we all presume. I, on the other hand, believe that Vince McMahon is going down. And the reason why is because his counterparts, like Harvey Weinstein and Diddy now, are all going down. They're all going to go down one way or another. And if it's not the way that
I'm
we think,
shocked it's not a RICO case, to be honest.
I think that they tried, but I don't think they had enough evidence because he didn't. So was he pimping her out?
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, but they imply sex trafficking as taking them across state lines to have sex with other people. And that's how they got Diddy under the RICO charges. Also, they got him under the RICO charges for fraud and some other stuff. It's a little complicated with Diddy. But with Vince McMahon, he didn't really fit the qualifications of the RICO charges, which is probably why he didn't fit into that box. I think that he is going to get what he deserves, and I hope that he gets what he deserves. He deserves to either pay that woman what he owes her, or he needs to go to jail. And this is a civil case, as far as I'm concerned. So he's going to end up paying a substantial amount of money. He's also going to be forever marked by this. Now, if some more people come forward and it's more recent than this young woman that was in a relationship with him, then you got a bigger problem than you probably could if they testify that he, brought them across state lines against their will or whatever. Then you got a problem. Okay, so all I can say is I hope she wins her case. John Laurinaitis, you're a scumbag, but scumbags do what scumbags. You're a coward scumbag.
I think that's the thing that pisses me off the most, is that he's such a fucking little coward bitch that, oh God, how do I say this right way? They're all scumbags. Everybody who had something to do with this poor woman's treatment and the suffering that she went through, and I wish her the fucking best, and may anybody look after her, but the fact that you are so chicken shit that your ass is gonna go down, and you're like, well, I'll help, but you gotta take me off of it. You could have been a real man and be like, look, I'll help you get Vince, but I know I'm going to jail, but maybe you could, because Laurinaitis, listen, unfortunately, none of these assholes are going to see the inside of a cell, because more than likely they'll die before they get there. I know that sounds like really dark, but it's the fucking truth. But I just hope that I hope she just gets something. And Laurinaitis is a fucking bitch ass coward.
I agree, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I think she's gonna get compensated for everything she went through, for sure. But yeah. I do think that John Laurinaitis is a coward, because he could have just gave that woman,
because that was your friend,
right? But I feel like out of everything you put that lady through, at the bare minimum, you could have at least testified for her and still ate the problem that you created, because you participated in it. You ain't got no motherfucking loyalty when
honestly,
it came to you.
The only one, and I hate saying it because I don't like giving him nothing. The only one that I would have gotten leeway with this was Bruce Pritchard in a sense, since he was never like. Did he probably turn his head a few times? Allegedly, probably, maybe, sure.
Yeah.
But he was not an active participant.
No.
So if it was somebody like that, I'd be like, okay, whatever. But the fact that it's John, that's where I have a lot of problems with, to be honest. I have a lot of problems with that.
I just don't like it. But like I said, I get it. And I generally don't think she wanted to take him off the lawsuit. I think she wanted to keep him on there. But of course, her lawyers are the ones advising her. Yeah. So she did the way she was advised, which I don't blame her. Now, it ain't necessarily over. They still got to do a trial, and if they decide to, their trial gonna be public, just like Diddy's trial will be public, and maybe we'll get to see, or at least hear, what the hell is going on. And what
I cannot wait, because we are going to get the most distracting booking on WWE during the trial. I can't wait.
That's gonna be nuts. So, yeah.
I mean, like, distracting, like,
shit's like, gonna be going ape shit.
Like somebody, I don't know. I'm gonna say somebody random. Like
Chad Gable winning the world's title.
No, dead ass.
Low key, dead ass.
No, dead ass though.
Some crazy, or somebody who makes a little bit more sense, like Penta. Like Penta randomly. They gonna do a Jacy Jane with Penta.
No,
with Jay Uso.
For real. Oh, all right.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. That's gonna be a great week.
So messy.
It's gonna be the week when we get podcast, y'all.
I can't wait. All right, so we're gonna move on. It's always gonna be fuck you, John Laurinaitis.
Oh, so. He is whooping Josh Alexander's ass.
Ooh. Mike, can I have a honey, please? All right, so let's move into. You know what? Let's kind of go around. Let's do.
Ooh, these men's is wrestling.
Ooh. Here, baby, you can put that back. Let's do some AEW stuff. So, get that out the way. AEW's got a lot going on, right? We just had Double or Nothing. Shout out to AEW for Double or Nothing.
It was actually a good show.
Yeah, from what I heard, it was really good. So, you want to say?
I didn't see all of it, but it was good.
So, two most important things. Hangman Adam Page has won the Owen Hart tournament. And you know what happens when you win the Owen Hart tournament.
You got an automatic title shot at that world title.
Automatic title shot. And guess what? It has been scheduled. Hangman Adam Page will face off against Jon Moxley at All In, Texas.
Please.
Okay?
Please.
Girl, I'm
gonna make y'all upset. I want Hangman to win, but he's not gonna win.
I don't think he's gonna win either.
You know what? Do you know what they're gonna do?
Darby Allin to come back.
Yep, because that motherfucker's almost done. I'm shocked he survived.
He climbed the summit. He climbed it.
He's
good job on that. At least I'll give him up for that. You didn't die. You almost.
I was like, wow. He looks real healthy too. He does.
Weight. He looks a lot better.
He gained some weight. He looked healthy.
He does. He looks really good. So whatever this is honestly probably really good for him. He did. He looked healthy.
Good for him.
I looked it up, and you do have to, like, because Darby Allin is like, I could stand in front of him, and he would probably, like, fucking hide behind me. But, like, you have to have, like, excessive body weight to try to keep you warm while you're up there.
Mm-hmm. He looks very healthy at that weight, though.
I do kind of like I know he's such a shitty ass person, but like the skater kid in me, when I saw the picture of him doing like a kickflip on top of Mount Everest, I'm like, okay, that's kind of fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie on that.
Yeah.
Okay. People can do shitty things and they can change and be better people. That is possible.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know
Compared
we
to his
don't like to
counterparts
give.
who've done shit, he's a little slightly better.
I have to agree. So what I'm saying
Slightly.
is, first, I know we don't like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay.
All right.
So on the men's side, we've got Paige, who is officially the number one contender for the men's AEW championship. And on the women's side, Mercedes Moné is the one
I'm
who
very
won the Owen
nervous.
Hart tournament, and she is the number one contender for the AEW Women's Championship.
I am low-key scared about
I don't
I'm
like
very
that.
nervous.
I don't
I'm
like that at
telling you,
all.
if they give that lady, and this is me, and I don't know why I'm so mad about it. I should want her to win because I picked her for my tournament. Actually, I'm gonna say this. I hope she wins because I feel like I'm in second place right now.
That's all. That's all
I
you
get
buy.
with you.
That's literally the only reason I want that lady to win. That's why I picked her. I picked her because of that, and I picked her because I said Trey would be so bad if I don't pick this fucking lady. So I picked that fucking lady. You're welcome.
I do not want her to win.
I don't want her to win, but I need her to win.
I know Tony can only carry that title so much. Like, I hope Juice Robinson giving his wife like back massages for carrying that whole, like, her shoulders and her back for carrying that women's division. I mean, we say that, but now there's more women coming out. And when we talk about the Anarchy in the Arena match, want to shout out to Willow about that. But like, I love Tony Storm. I love this crazy Delulu bitch like there's no other business. I want to buy her shirt for my birthday present for myself. I know she cannot continue being AEW Women's Champion, but at least with her, that title's being seen. And I think, and this, no offense to people who've had it before, but with her doing this timeless gimmick, that title's being seen. Like, she was doing something for Turner Classic Movies a couple weeks
Which is
ago.
awesome, by the
Which
way.
is so. I was like, oh, this is so good.
Whoever set
Who
that
in
up, you're
marketing
a
came up
genius.
with that idea?
Yeah.
Then it's like the guy who was interviewing her was in like color, and then she was in black and white, and she was just and then she just had that kick-ass match. Oh, what's her girl's name? I can never pronounce this girl's name right. Mina.
Shirakawa.
Mina Shirakawa.
And they made out afterwards. That was great to see, actually. Love that.
Early Pride Month, everybody.
Good for me.
But I know she can't keep that title forever because it does. But why Mercedes? Like, please don't drop it.
You know why. You know why.
I know Trey told you to pick her. I get it, and you need the win. But what has she done with all those other titles that she's won? I mean, she just lost one of them, but she still has like 3 of them.
She didn't even get pinned in that one.
And my biggest fear is that Mercedes gets that title. Tony will be fine. Tony can find something.
Tony has literally, this is like her 4th or 5th time holding that title. She's more than okay.
Yeah.
Mariah had it. She had it. There's plenty of other women there who can carry it. Because now
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up because I know it's at least 4.
I think it's 4.
Like, and I know, and to me, like, honestly, since she started doing the timeless gimmick, that felt mean something. Because, like, think about it, 4 years ago, would they have cared about a women's match if it with like the Hollywood ending? No, because a lot of that had to do with the work that both Tony and Mariah put in, which I love both them bitches for. And I say that in the sweetest way. I'm not being derogatory toward them, okay? But like, it's being seen, it's being shown. Like, Tony literally ran down all the opponents in the Owen Hart Cup, and she got to, what was it? What's that bitch's name? Megan Bay, or no, Chris Statlander. She goes, God, what a woman. And she's just running everything, she's running everybody down. And the fact that she's on Turner Classic Movies doing that shit, I screamed when I saw it. And I love her. And I love how at the press conference, she's so out of it after making out with Mina. And she's like, I forgot what it was, but she looked at Luther. She's like, okay, Luther, they said heavier stuff. Bring out the meth. I was like, what the fuck, Tony? I just love her, and I know she can't keep that title forever, but not Mercedes. Not Mercedes. There are plenty of other women, especially after the show out Willow had. There are plenty of other people. Willow deserves it.
Unfortunately, they were not in the plans from the very beginning. You see, look, I understand what you're saying, and everybody else does too, but the thing is, outside of her stands, the thing is, Mercedes is a draw depending on who's watching the program. Now, in the beginning, when she first got there, she was a major draw, but I think once she got there, they kind of had a better understanding of what type of draw she truly is. And it's not as big as she thinks it is.
I just hope Janie's okay after that, like, whatever that move she was trying to do on her. Like, damn.
Well, she came out there today. She was on AEW today. That's who Tekla, I think that's how you say her name, is Tekla. I think that's who Tekla came out and attacked. It was Jamie Hayter. So she's okay.
That was fucking nasty to see, though.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But it's not about the women in the locker room. Unfortunately, it is about Mercedes. And to hear her tell it, they have the greatest locker room in the world, but she doesn't have a problem bowling over all of them. And that's one of the things that I have an issue with. Because in my opinion, while you're in the tournament, you shouldn't be the mid-card champion in the damn tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You already have a title. So yeah, she's got plenty. I'm not saying she dropped one of her New Japan titles because she had 4 belts at one point. And she dropped the title, and then she's down to 3. But she's been TBS champion, I think, now for a year. I want to say it's a year.
Well, shout out to a real champion. Athena has officially held the Ring of Honor Women's title for 900 days.
Jesus Christ.
But that bitch better not lose during this either. I'm be pissed.
What the fuck?
I picked her too.
God damn.
The only one that I don't mind you saying that she needs to win. So
I know for Nicole's sake, I'm okay with it under that, guys, but I really don't want her to. I don't think she's gonna drop that TBS title. I think she's gonna carry both of them.
Right.
And that's what I'm having a problem with. If she does drop it, it'll be in some wonky way like they did in New Japan, where she's got like a fatal 4-way and then somebody pins somebody else to get it. But
that was good.
But it's like I don't like it because it's not giving enough opportunities to other people, and I just see that this is just going to continue where she never loses and she never has to really be in any type of trouble with that title at all, and it's just boring. It's boring and it's not fun. And then her response or rebuttal to that is like, who wants to lose? And it's like, girl, if we were talking about you winning on your own merit, where it was just you and this person, and the decision was based off of who was the better wrestler, not how they decided you were supposed to win, then you can low-key understand what you're talking about.
What happened to Camille? Like, the woman that helped her win the TBS title in the first place?
I don't know.
Oh, they took her right off of TV.
Yeah,
she
I don't know where she at.
She at home. She probably got to wait out that contract.
I said she should have took her ass to NXT. That's what I said. I didn't think her going to AEW was the right decision. But people make the decisions they want to make, and she chose to do that, so that was her business. But I felt like she should have went to NXT. Especially now. Because, girl. I didn't know she got injured, Aaliyah. I wasn't aware of that.
Neither.
But All in Texas is the same weekend as Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution 2. and Great American Bash. All of that is in the same weekend.
It's a lot of wrestling.
Yes, it is. And luckily, they didn't put Slammiversary around there. Slammiversary is on the 20th, if I recall, that following week.
The one thing I like about TNA, besides the fact that they're doing a lot of whack ass shit right now, the one thing I like about TNA, or at least I've noticed, is that when WWE is planning a big show like that month, they kind of skip that month for a pay per view because they do it like they don't have one in January, they don't have one in February. I think they have one in March, but then they don't have one in April because that's competing with Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a smart move, honestly.
I don't blame them. Shit.
I mean, like, I'll take
Let
some
me
time
get
off.
my shit the way I can. I don't want to fight with you. I don't. I'll get it on a different day. Like I said, you've got Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution, and Great American Bash all in the same day. NXT is going to air earlier in the day. I believe it's going to air at like 1, I want to say. And then they're going to have Saturday Night Main Event air at 8. Now, if they decide to have them do it simultaneously, they may have Saturday Night Main Event exclusively on NBC and then let NXT's Great American Bash air on Peacock on its own. I thought they were going to do Great American Bash as a TV special because they promised CW 2 TV specials a year and they haven't done one for this year as far as I can remember.
Halloween Havoc. They'll probably do it one with Halloween Havoc, honestly, as a TV special.
Maybe. You're
They
probably
used
right.
to pull that one out. That one and probably another one. I mean, August, September. They'll probably, to be honest, because we know they start wrapping up in November. So because then they're probably gonna have to go to Saudi. So more than likely, we'll probably get something in August, and then we'll get one in October, right when it's about to.
What was it? No, Aaliyah, what was the TV special? Because I don't remember it. But the schedule, y'all. The schedule is nuts. Because this is all in July, right? This leads me to the next topic because we're going to leave AEW and go back to the E, all right? So the schedule for these next couple of weeks in terms of PLEs
It's nasty.
Batshit bonkers, okay? So we have, let me see what Aaliyah said. Oh, Roadblock. Was Roadblock a TV special?
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember. Well, I mean, you're probably right, Aaliyah. I just don't remember. Okay. So we got the TV PLEs. And we got the PLEs for WWE, and then we have to include NXT as well. It was March 11th, she said. Why don't I remember that? Telling you, too much goes on in wrestling for you to remember everything. Some of y'all got steel trap minds, and I envy y'all.
Where's Rico?
All right. So next week is Money in the Bank. That is on June 7th. At 3 o'clock is Worlds Collide. Those are all happening on the same day. Okay?
Miss Worlds Collide? Shit.
Yeah, babe. I'm sorry. But Worlds Collide is happening and it's on YouTube. So if you miss it, it'll be on the YouTube app. So you won't feel too bad about it. You don't have to wait for Peacock to finally get their shit together to put it up there. You don't have to do that. Because it's going to be on the YouTube app. Which thank God for that. I low-key was happy about that because I was like, oh, praise him. Because I don't have to go to Peacock. I could just go to fucking Worlds, go to YouTube, sit and watch it. It can play on my YouTube and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the cool thing about Worlds Collide. It is on YouTube exclusively, so you don't have to worry about too much. But again, Worlds Collide, it starts at 3, and this is going to include everybody. So Worlds Collide includes NXT, WWE, and AAA. Everybody is included in this show. Currently, right now for Worlds Collide, there are a couple matches that are scheduled and ready to go. You got Legado del Fantasma. Okay, they're going up against El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and Pagano. Okay, then you got Stephanie, Faye, and Lola. They're facing off against two of the luchadors, and I can't see their names, so I apologize for not being able to tell you their names. Then you have Ethan Page, who just won the NXT North American Championship. He is going to be facing off against Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix in a fatal four-way for the North American Championship.
That is so diabolical.
That match is going to be nuts.
Javon Evans could not wait to ruin his night.
And
he was so excited.
I loved it.
He said, I'm going to ruin that man's week.
And
I'm
so
happy.
You broke my jaw, bitch. I'm going after your shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Don't blame him. Get his ass. Yeah, it was good. It was so good yesterday. I promise y'all we're going to get to NXT all the way through. I just want to make sure I tell y'all the match card that they have. Now, rumor has it is that the current AAA champion, Alberto Del Rio, is being forced to drop the title before Worlds Collide. Don't know when that's going to happen, but at least that was the rumor that I saw. He's not scheduled to be on the card, but they say that he's being forced to drop the title before then.
Yeah, because WWE doesn't want anything to do with him.
God, I hope so. Also, you've got Chad Gable versus El Hijo del Vikingo. Okay. And Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice are going up against I'm gonna say her name, Dallas and Chink Tormenta. Those are the two luchadoras they are going up against. So for now, those are your 4 matches for AAA. And for Worlds Collide and WWE's event. This is happening at 3 p.m. on next Saturday. It was at MSG. I was there. I'm behind with NXT, so I'm about to watch it. Oh, okay.
Shout out to all the luchadors for having kick-ass fucking names, man.
It's crazy. And then after we get done with Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, which is that following a few hours later, we have Money in the Bank. Currently, right now for Money in the Bank, they do have 4 of the 6 slots filled for the ladder match. I just didn't get the graphic with Seth Rollins on there. You have Seth Rollins, Penta, Solo, and LA Knight. The only person in here that I believe don't fit is Solo. And I didn't want Seth in this match at all. So
I just want to say this.
I need him to lose so bad.
I do.
Because everyone, I just want to say this. For all the crap that Rhea Ripley, I'm not happy that Rhea Ripley's on Money in the Bank either. But for all the shit that woman's getting, y'all better be throwing that same shit back at Seth Rollins too, because his ass don't need to be in here.
I didn't want Rhea in Money in the Bank. I'm sorry.
I didn't want her in there either, but they don't listen to us. But I'm just saying she's getting a lot of shit, but I'm looking for the shit that Seth Rollins is supposed to be getting, and I ain't seeing it. So,
yeah, I'm gonna let you in a minute, Donnie. I promise. Just give me 1 second. All right. So I'm gonna get this out, and then in the next couple of topics, I'm gonna start letting people in. All right, so you got the ladder match. They're gonna have 2 more qualifier matches. I imagine they're gonna have one on SmackDown because they already have one set for the women on SmackDown, and then Monday they're probably gonna have the last qualifier, which is probably gonna include Liv Morgan, Stephanie, because Stephanie's being pulled up, and they need to have a third, which
they are clearing house.
Yeah, if I was being messy, I would have Raquel fight in that match as well.
I wouldn't have Liv in the Money in the Bank match. She's already been in it. I mean,
she doesn't need to qualify. She needs to be in the qualifier.
Yeah. I don't want her in it, period, though.
There's nobody else on the roster to put in the qualifier, though. Except for Natalya, but Natalya's already competed.
Roxanne's there.
Roxanne is in it. She qualified.
Did?
Yes. Look at the screen, babe. She qualified.
Oh, then let me shut my white ass up then.
That's what I'm saying. Stephanie can qualify. I don't need Stephanie to win Money in the Bank. I really want, if Naomi wins her qualifier match, I do want Naomi to win the Money in the Bank. If it ain't Naomi, give it to Bliss. The only reason why I say to give it to Bliss is that hoe ain't been there for almost 2 years.
Mm.
She ain't been there.
And she real good at cashing in.
And she know how to mess some shit up. She know how to fuck some shit up. My third dark horse will be Roxanne. Give it to Roxanne. I don't have a problem with Roxanne getting it, but I would, if I had to pick, if Naomi wins in her qualifier, I definitely would say Naomi would be my girl. But every year that we have picked her to win, they always give it to somebody else.
I don't ever pick women's Money in the Bank anymore because it's always wrong.
It always.
I'm always wrong. I can figure out the men's sometimes.
Yeah.
The women, no. So I'm not even gonna bother. I would like to agree. Also, love the face turn that Alexa Bliss had with the podcast that we're all rooting for her.
Yeah.
Right.
Last year's money, I just wanted to be good because last year's Money in the Bank, we all kind of knew it was going to be Tiffany Stratton who won.
Man, it sucked.
That I was so mad about that because it was just so obvious. It was
my
just
God,
so
you couldn't pick
broadcasted.
anybody else?
See, that's why I don't want Liv in there, because it'll just be Rhea versus Liv for most of the match.
And well, didn't she lose her qualifier?
No, she didn't have one. She went up against Kyrie this past
Monday. Oh, okay.
And she didn't get in the qualifier. They just put her in a match.
I'm going to say this loud and clear because I know they're going to pull some shit. If they let Becky Lynch in Money in the Bank, I'm going to fucking scream.
She's not in it.
Dude, I'm just saying because, she's a heel now.
She's honestly probably going to win that belt, so...
No, she has a match with Lyra.
Yeah,
because
she has
Lyra
like a match that night.
her qualifier. So she's not even going to be able to be in the match. Lyra, the last match that we saw, that's how, if I recall, that's how Roxanne... Was it Roxanne? No, that's how Rhea won, because wasn't she in the match with Rhea and Kyrie?
Yeah, and then Lyra.
Who are you talking about?
Becky. Becky was in the qualifier match with Rhea and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Lyra came out, pulled her from the match. That's how Rhea ended up fighting Kyrie Sane 1-on-1 and won that match.
She wasn't in a match with Rhea, but she was in a match with someone, because it was Zoe, Rhea, and Kyrie that was in the qualifier.
Isn't that the match where Zoe got injured?
Yes, and that's when Zoe got injured, because low-key Kyrie wasn't supposed to be pinned. It was supposed to be Zoe. But obviously her shit got fucked. So that's why Kyrie got pinned.
Roxanne and Natalya.
It was Roxanne, Natalya, and Becky. And I was I knew, no offense to Natty.
I told y'all I couldn't remember.
Actually, Natty is so funny. She just like completely broke kayfabe.
Did you see her
many
post
things. I was like, Natty, come on.
Y'all like Tuesday in there with Naomi. Naomi said, she was like, the whole time she was in there, she was like, do you like Jade Cargill? And the girl was like, no. She was like, great, we're friends.
Talking shit. JoJo's trying to take a damn nap.
Right.
I can leave that lady alone. She's trying to sleep. Because she be me when I go on boats. I'm not even funny when I go on my friends' boats. Especially if you're out in the sun and you're drinking and you're in open water. That is a lot going on. And like, sometimes you need a nap. And I lay down. I'm pretty sure I'll find one and post in a group chat. But there are plenty of photos with me, especially during Island Fest, where I'm taking a nap. I'm dead ass. The last year we went Island Fest, I took a long nap. Like, I was down for over an hour.
As someone who grew up in Florida, I am going to tell y'all this and remember it now, because summer's coming up. First of all, wear your sunscreen. Second of all, Day drinking is not for the weak. Okay, y'all saw Tom Brady when he won that fucking, the Super Bowl trophy deal, and that man was blitzed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then meanwhile, you just see some people walking around like, yeah, this is my 15th one. I'm fine, man. I just drink 2 waters in between it. Like, day drinking is not for the
Actually,
weak.
this hair looks really good on Mercedes.
Good for her.
So far away, the outfit looks great on her body. We don't need close-up shots of it. No, I'm serious. Like the silhouette and far away, this great. Up front, up close, not so much. I'm very
What she
nervous
got
about
on?
this match. She low-key got on some shit Brandy would have wore.
Okay.
If I was going to pick the 4 that we have right here, I would like to see Bliss do it because Rhea, I love you, honey, but you don't need to be anywhere near that title right now. Roxanne's going to put on a hell of a match. Julia's going to be great.
I'd be shocked if they gave it to Roxanne.
I'd be shocked if they gave it to Julia, to be honest with you.
Depending on when this court case starts, we don't know.
Not when this court case starts.
I'm serious. They are going to. You talking about all these fans talking about? They are very counter programming AEW, and I don't even like saying that, but a lot of times because they both do it to each other, but this is very extreme. This is a little too much.
What? Tell us to shut the fuck up?
No, it's the massive counter programming against All In. I think that's crazy. Like a whole damn weekend.
Yeah.
And then y'all fucking Hunter. I'm gonna say this, and it's not even out of love because I low-key don't even really like you that much sometimes. But I don't know you, so it is what it is. And this is all allegedly. You running a bit of a sloppy shop over there, not gonna lie.
I have to agree. It's too much going on at one time.
It's too much. You're not wrapping shit up enough. Nothing's wrapped up, if we want to be honest. Not a single thing is wrapped up. We're changing dates for WrestleMania. And I'm gonna say this, and I said in a group chat, I'm just gonna say it up front. I vaguely do not like giving Vincent Kennedy McMahon any credit. Especially with all of the egregious, allegedly, things that he has done.
Yeah.
But one thing for sure, that man stuck to a date.
Yep.
And stuck to a city and stuck to a plan.
Yep. He don't care if sales is low.
He don't care, and that man loved fucking money. He didn't care how much money you threw at him. He kept that shit. Whatever they played, that's it.
I actually did math last night. I sat down and I fucking did math, guys, on my own.
I hate math.
Hell froze over. Roxanne's that picture because I fucking did math. The amount of money that I'm just seeing because we all know that Mania, yes, which I think is bullshit. And Nicole can probably vouch for this too. If I'm going to Vegas for WrestleMania is not going to be my main thing I'm going to go to. I'm going to go other places and sightsee and shit. But the amount of money for WrestleMania tickets, this is a good segue into SummerSlam, honestly. The amount of money that I would pay for decent WrestleMania seats, a good hotel in Vegas, spending a week in Vegas, then flying back on Tuesday because I'm going to that Raw after WrestleMania. I'd rather go on a nice fucking vacation somewhere, where you have to require a passport.
Let me tell you how much Ubers are in Vegas, especially if you're not staying on a strip. I kid you not, and I'm not exaggerating. I really wish I fucking would. I know that I spent over $300 in Ubers.
That's $300 that you could have used to go to it. Hell, Daryl is if y'all are new to the show, Daryl's my.
That's fucking crazy.
Daryl, I did the math with Daryl, and we didn't even, because I didn't even factor in the Uber. So that I'm gonna add $300 to that. me and him, like, I showed him this and I said, this could be a trip to fucking Europe somewhere. Like, this could be a trip to fucking London or Ireland or Wales or wherever. Like, he is waiting for one of the shows to go back to Puerto Rico because he has, and it kind of shocked me. And I told you guys, and you guys were shocked. He wants to go to Puerto Rico. But I told him, I said, listen, if they go ever international with this shit and we go, WrestleMania is going to be one of the things that we do. But it's not going to be the main thing we do, you know, like I'd rather take that money and go somewhere nice. I don't want to go to Vegas when there's already too many people in Vegas as it is. Do
and
I
there's so much
really
to do.
want
It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
You don't
put
want to
up
be
with
everywhere that everybody else is at the same
As
time.
literally as someone, and I think that's what's so frustrated because there are people who liked it and enjoyed it, and I'm not saying that this is everyone, but a good portion of people, even if they had a great time, I enjoyed myself, but I don't want to go back there.
Oh,
It's especially when you think about how far so many people, whether they're coming from the East Coast or the other side of the fucking world, that's a long travel. You're going all the way to the literal almost edge of the United States.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
And this is a lot from people who even live like myself, who live on
To
the
watch
East
some
Coast.
weirdos fighting baby oil.
Let alone imagine people from Europe, people from South America, people from Central America, think of people in Ireland, like all those European countries, and even there's people there was two guys who were next to me who were from fucking Australia.
Oh.
You know how long it takes to get to Australia? That's at least a 20-hour fucking flight. And it's just so, and this is how I know this is a TKO thing, because they're so obsessed with Vegas because it's a UFC thing, but UFC isn't even really that good anymore, if we want to be honest. It's not. As a product, it's not that good anymore.
Well,
as an actual product. And I'm so pissed off about it as well because it's Vegas being greedy. Vegas made a lot of money from Mania. On top of Vegas, which I got to take a peek of it, which I was very happy about. Las Vegas, I want to say 4 years now, have been on a F1 calendar. They are a major race on the F1 calendar. You know how big of a deal that is for especially an American city?
Yeah.
They are a very, very big deal. And not only that, it's because of they have a really good track, because it's a mixture of, again, sorry, I'm going into my F1 stuff, but they have a great track because it's a combination of a regular track and then it's street. So again, it's fast. It's a really good circuit. It's in fucking Vegas. It's right by that damn spear. So they're able to utilize that for promotional and all sorts of stuff. And then the setup is there, and they're also having, I believe there is like an F1, they're opening up a F1 store, like a huge one on the strip, which I kind of thought it was, and I was like very upset that it was closed. That it wasn't like open yet, but they have that. They're probably going, and then they've been talking about having, because I believe Abu Dhabi has, somewhere in the middle, either Dubai or Abu Dhabi has like an F1, has like basically a Ferrari roller coaster, like Ferrari World there.
Yeah.
And they're talking about eventually having a,
That was even the comment.
And they eventually are talking about having a F1 ride in Vegas. You know how much fucking money the F1 brought Vegas? I want people to guess.
I ain't even got the brain capacity.
Over almost $2 billion fucking dollars. And this is something they get yearly. And also Vegas is a big deal because it's so farther down the calendar. You can depending on how the points are, a lot of times the World Driver Championship is decided at fucking Vegas.
Why can't you just pick another big four of the big five?
And I'm like, I want to. If Vegas was a person, I would shake it. I'm like, you greedy fucking bitch.
No, for real.
Oh, she's got a point. You also have to think about this.
Damn,
Vegas Vegas has swarms of people there at all given time. And Nicole, I was thinking about this while you were there. So you have the people who are in Vegas to see Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to add wrestling fans on top of everybody else who's already in Vegas. And I'm sorry, but if I was not a wrestling fan and I didn't know what Mania was, and I went to Vegas and I started smelling people, and I'm like, why is
I would
everyone
be
here
like, I
so
would never be
fucking
here again.
stinky?
You musty, shitty fucks.
Alexis always bring up the phone. She always
Surprisingly,
Going
it
through what she
wasn't
went
that
through, I
bad.
was
The
gonna bring
worst
it up
was
this
those
time
drunk
too.
people who were before me, before the Australian people's actual, like, whose actual seat they were showed up. And it was mostly like he smelled really bad. But as a whole, also I was around a lot of black people,
Period.
wrestling fans and black
Love that
adjacents
for
and
you.
POCs. So I think that also culled
Well, they smart though,
the
because some of them be
smell.
dumb.
And even like our Caucasian folks that were around us, obviously they knew the environment they were in.
Period, as they should.
So that's that's why I said, I was like, I surprisingly, once I got to Mania, yes, like the actual Mania, but all the other shows and stuff I went to, I was in a damn whatever that school is. I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting name. I actually really need to post content from Mania. Whatever that school that we were at, when I say we was packed in that damn shit like sardines,
Every clip I saw, like everybody,
we
it
were
was
for
like
the
6
Ashay
people at a
show.
table, a bar table at that.
I could see the wrestlers sweating. That's how all packed in and close we were all in. And I didn't smell shit.
I just don't like the fact that they're going back to Vegas because that's all it is a
It's
cash.
greedy.
I don't like it.
For everybody. It's greedy on everybody.
I mean,
That's
like,
how I feel about July. Like, y'all have lost your minds. My pockets are not that deep.
No,
And
for
also,
real.
it's like I listened to Peter Rosenberg's show, and he was talking about him and commentators and like the people like, and like Eva Talley did not like it that much.
No.
Because, dude, like, okay, so my dad, way back in the day, shout out to my dad. My dad back in the day when he worked in the car industry, like once a year, like they'd have this thing in Vegas where all like the general managers of the like better performing stores, they get a trip to Vegas and they do like this conference thing, whatever, business, whatever car guys talk about, right? And the first year he went, he said it was cool. And, you saw all the casinos and all like the attractions and stuff. And then my dad kept going. And by year 4, he was so burnt out. He literally told my mom, I heard him one night saying, I'm just going to do bad this year just so I don't have to go back to Vegas. Because it's kind of like a one and done thing. Because that's what I'm hearing a lot of people like online talking about. They're like the ones who went to Vegas. They're like, yeah, they go, you guys don't want to know how much I spent going to Vegas. There was some guy in like from Maine who was like in this like Instagram like thing. And he was talking about how much his flight cost, how much it was to get a decent hotel close to the stadium, so he didn't have to pay the outrageous Uber fees. And it's just like it. I mean, I know New Orleans, they always tend to stick to the big cities, and like honestly, New Orleans it's just like Vegas. It's packed up to the ears already, and then you're going to add wrestling fans on top of that, which is great for the local and that's the other thing too. It's great for local economies. People are going to be there. People are going to be eating out. People are staying in hotel rooms, all that kind of stuff, which is great. But like Vegas doesn't need it. But we can also kind of say the same thing about that Indianapolis deal that they're doing, where they're having how many shows this year in that new stadium?
Well, I mean, I don't think they're having any more shows in Indianapolis. They just had one.
I thought they were having it in some. They were having.
Yeah, they got like a partnership. They only knocked one of them off.
What happened?
They do have a partnership with them because it's like 3. I know Royal Rumble was one. I don't think Mania was one because it's too cold there during that time of the year. Even though they do have a dome, but everybody, like I feel like everybody was fucking screaming about it. I mean, there's no shade. I don't like being cold, so I'd be mad too. So I'm not even gonna really hold their feet to the fire on that.
I mean,
I feel like one is SummerSlam.
I want to say it's SummerSlam. Like I can't remember it and I can't get access to it right now, but it's just like it's just a cash grab. It's greedy.
Yeah.
And it's like there are plenty of other cities that could use that cash grab. I'm just saying. But the way that WrestleMania tickets are priced anymore, and now that I'm seeing SummerSlam prices, girl, I ain't gonna be afford anything.
Speaking of SummerSlam, if you want to go to SummerSlam, the tickets for the seats in the nosebleeds are starting at $248.
For
The
nosebleed,
tickets,
That sounds about average because
that's the average
what.
price for
Yeah.
nosebleed
For
seats.
nosebleeds.
The tickets closer to the front when you're talking about getting down by the arena, those tickets are $9,713.
Well, you can
Yep.
go ahead and close that out.
dude, that's a mortgage payment and a half for me.
And that is for 2 tickets.
Literally.
2 tickets.
Those are absolute complete Mania prices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even fucking. Those are Mania prices.
And
I mean,
I
they
don't
will go
think
down. Also, folks, I'm gonna let you know. Depending on how their stadium is set up, getting tickets of the day of might not be worth it. Might not because because the way the ticket shit was. I was running very late to Mania. I end up just having to end just buying it online anyways, which I'm very upset about. In hindsight, because I was not my plan. But whatever, turned out for the best, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know how MetLife says. I also heard how much of a nightmare it is navigating that area and trying to leave. I heard it's really bad.
You said MetLife?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I heard it was when they had that Mania there and Trey talked about so many people talked about how awful it was.
Yeah, because they were stuck for a second, weren't they?
Yeah, people were stuck there.
Yeah.
I was there. I was at the stadium for like a fucking hour before I left on Mania.
Mm-mm. Well, I know when they were here in Cleveland, from what I heard, they had a really good, easy way to get out from the stadium. They didn't have a lot of issues with downtown because they had everything set up so that people knew they couldn't take Ubers. They had to walk away from the stadium to get out. They were able to safely get people out. Cleveland made it very, very easy for WWE to have their major event here and for it to work. And
They
it
did.
worked, and they did it so that the city wouldn't be jammed up from the shit that we had going on.
When
Well, they had it at Brown Stadium, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
Well, you can't even drive down there, really.
you can't.
Anyways, so yeah, you can't
No,
drive down
they
there.
had to. You had to have your Uber booked either a block or two away from the stadium
Yeah, you
if you
can't
wanted
pull
to
in
take
there.
the Uber. And
there
you
were
had to leave and walk down to your Uber. It wasn't coming down there. Nobody was allowed down that street unless you were coming into the stadium or going out. And even when the show was over, they were only letting people leave the stadium if you had cards. You couldn't go back in.
Yeah, when me and Rico went down there to the stadium, just to see the SummerSlam shop to see what they had down there, they actually had signs like pointing where it's like emergency personnel only,
Yep.
and they had like a thing for like handicapped people where you would have your ride can pick you up there, and they had like like by the time me and Rico were leaving the stadium, police were showing up and they were setting up like barricades and getting ready to like the flow of traffic and everything. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty smart.
Yeah, they
Like,
not fucking playing shit. I know that I had a couple friends who went to SummerSlam here. They told me that their tickets were pretty much along the lines of what we saw online. It wasn't super, super expensive, but it was typical Mania prices. However, if you are bougie and you need to sit closer to the stadium, you're going to pay a grip. You're going to pay a decent amount to sit there. Now, I don't know how much it cost for Cleveland, but I'm going to imagine it was somewhere in that range. However, I do have to remember that last year around this time, we didn't have a fucking tyrant in the presidential office putting tariffs up and causing people to have full on financial mental meltdowns. So it was a little bit more average for a a regular PLE that WWE puts on, especially for one of the major five. I don't know. I mean, it's very simple. You either pay the ticket prices to go, or you keep your ass at home and do watch parties like I do.
I know my ass. As soon as I heard that rigmarole about them not going to about them going back to Vegas, I said, "Oh, that's a no for me, dog. I will save my money this year like I wanted to originally." And I was like, "I'm gonna save." But I think I'm gonna go to a Grand Prix out of the country since
she's so bougie. She's going to Formula One because she's one of the girls. She's one of the girls.
hell no, my ass is probably not. Actually, I need to see it. I can't do no GA. A lot of them aren't really. I do want to go to IndyCar show, but my mom wants to go to one, so I gotta actually look into that. She doesn't really. My mom doesn't like Formula One. She said it's too much. She's like there. She says it's too much. She doesn't like how fast it is.
Oh, okay.
She's like, it's too fast. She always thinks someone's gonna die, so she doesn't like watching it. But I'm like, Mom, someone dies in NASCAR quite often. I don't
That's true.
Why are you I don't know.
That is
I'm not arguing with her about it. I was just like, all right, lady, I'll let you have it.
Lady.
Did you see the video I sent you on Instagram when it's like, oh, Formula One, they're about something like fixing Formula Ones, and then it's just a bunch of NASCAR guys like trying to fix these cars, and there's like a bunch of people like jumping on this like bumper that was broken and to try to get it off the car.
That's how I think Ferrari fixes their things, but that's like a whole nother discussion. But it's funny. Honestly, I feel like everyone should watch Drive to Survive. If you're not gonna watch any of this stuff, watch like Drive to Survive. There's the show. It's about to come off of Netflix, which is 100 Days to the Indy 500, which I started watching, which is also really funny because these people are very dramatic. They're a lot of very, especially Formula One, there are a lot of very dramatic European, Spanish, just a lot of just very dramatic and gossipy and emotionally a lot of probably need some therapy.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, all of them need therapy. I can guarantee you, none of them go see a therapist. A lot of them need therapy. A lot of them need therapy. It's fine because in my mind, I'm like, no normal person puts themselves in this little teeny ass little car and drives over 200 miles an hour. The Oklahoma win? Shut up. I don't want to see these stats. I want to see the score.
Kelly Armstrong is won the Evolve Women's Championship.
I just saw that. I spoiled myself.
Evers for these black women. I love it.
That's how I know Shawn Michaels is booking Evolve, period.
Yeah. Everybody white, stand up, please.
Stop.
Move to the back of the room.
Go to the back.
Stop.
Thank you. It's better already in here.
Only if you have a fat ass, then you can stay up here.
Now, if you're a white with a
Oklahoma
fat ass,
City is up 88-62, Nicole.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I don't know why they were trying to give me a bunch of extra information that I did not need to know.
Well, I'll
it's
see
the third
you
quarter, he said.
So, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Still here. I'm just gonna go stand in the back, like not.
Oh my gosh!
Now why you do that? We thought you was leaving. Shit. You just said bye and everything.
I completely forgot.
She just said, I'm a white woman, so I'm gonna go stand in it. No,
You just stand halfway. We'll meet you halfway.
ew, what is this?
Hate it.
I'm showing a lot of titties. I don't like that. Put your titties up. It was a man's titties. Man boobs. I don't know what was titties. Anyway, okay. So we talked about how they're stacking these shows, the PLEs. So on the 6th, on the 7th of June, we have Worlds Collide, like I said, and then we have Money in the Bank. Okay. Then on July 12th, we have Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution, and earlier in that day, we also have Great American Bash from NXT. This is all happening on one day.
This
with the
shit
exception of
ain't
Evolution.
right.
Evolution is going to happen on that Sunday. But Great American Bash and Saturday Night Main Event are on the same damn day.
This shit ain't right.
They're on the same day. I feel exhausted just talking about it. But this is all happening in the same weekend. And this is all happening during All in Texas. Okay. Now, personally, I'm not quite understanding why they're counter programming AEW. I don't see the need for it. I don't see the reasoning behind it. AEW has a lot of work to do in terms of restructuring what they want to bring to their audience in terms of the matches they create and the storylines they're making. So if I were WWE, I wouldn't care about what they're doing, but I wouldn't be stacking the deck against them like this either. Because not only are you splitting your audience with them, you're splitting your audience with your programming as well. Because people are either going to watch NXT or watch Saturday Night Main Event. They're not going to watch both.
I hope the sound barrier gets disrupted.
And most people are going to watch Saturday Night Main Event, if I'm being fair. And that's not to say that nobody likes NXT, but NXT is technically your developmental brand.
I ain't watching that Saturday Night Main Event. I'm letting you know that right now.
I mean, what the casual fans are. They're not going to watch NXT.
I ain't watching NXT.
I'm watching NXT. I'm not watching.
He does count. He's a casual fan.
Who said I don't count?
Really? Hey, Jacy Jane don't count. Now watch your mouth.
Who said I don't count?
Because I will stump you out about that one.
Excuse me?
We don't play about Gerard around here.
All right, and he said I don't count.
You don't.
I do count.
You watch Raw?
Yes, I watch parts of it.
No, you're a casual fan.
I don't want to see the same motherfuckers popping up on my screen every goddamn day.
Well, you don't mind watching Seth Rollins every day.
Yeah,
I have a problem.
He's starting to get stale.
Oh, now you can't stale.
You're not even watching. See, that's the problem. You're not watching it for real, so you don't know.
What the hell is for real? What are you talking about?
What's going on with Seth Rollins right now?
He got his little boy group.
Mm-hmm. The New York came out
to do what?
What do you mean? What do you mean to do what?
What's the purpose?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. To fucking win a championship, whatever. See? That's what the purpose of it is.
To be on top.
He's been on top. He's been on top for the past couple of years.
We know that.
He's just in love with the villain on TV. He don't care.
That's no, because he don't. He's talking about the same people, but yes, it's the same people, but the stories have changed.
Well, change the fucking people at this point.
That's why they're being new additions to all stories.
New addition to all stories, but same faces.
You have to sit and watch.
I watch someone different.
Like Pop Rock just got into Judgment Day. She's street trash now.
Oh Lord, they still got that group. They still got Judgment. Well, I seen it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey,
they still got it on.
So after Money in the Bank, actually, you got another PLE in between Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide. Night of Champions is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and it is on 28th.
What's with all these pay-per-views back to back to back?
Baby, we don't know. We don't know. we don't know.
I need to know what Hunter's doing.
Who did this?
I can do it on all these Saturday nights.
Who set this up and did it like this? Like who agreed?
He had to be the one because he's the one who approves the shit.
That man got too many hits in the head. Something going on with him.
Through it. Stop.
This makes up for the constant not touring.
Jesus,
and then after July, because like I said,
because aren't they getting rid of house shows?
Yeah.
So after July, after we get done with Main Event, Evolution, and Great American Bash, we have SummerSlam on the 2nd and 3rd of August. This is the first time it's a 2-night event, so this is going to be major. And then we have what happened?
SummerSlam in New Jersey.
Yeah, then we have Clash in Paris August 31st, and they'll still be in Paris in September. And then in October, they're going to be in Australia, in Perth, the whole weekend. From Friday to Monday, they will be in Perth. And this is Crown Jewel for them. And then I'm sure at the beginning of November, they're going to go back to Saudi for something. They'll figure it out. They'll be back in Saudi, and then they'll have Survivor Series at the end of November. And then December is when they take their break, and they finally start batch filming. And we get a little bit of a reprieve. And then they'll be headed back to Saudi for Royal Rumble next year. Some of this shit I'm not gonna watch because I can't do it.
Damn, some of them getting they fucking asses worked. This is crazy.
Oh shit.
What's going on?
Now we're gonna quickly go through NXT. Very quickly.
Is Anthony Edwards in?
Dry said no.
What's going on with them?
I don't know, but because they beat Oklahoma,
they got their asses whooped. If they're up, OKC is up 40 points.
Shit. They up 40 points.
Yeah,
and the Pacers
they're like 100. They're like 100 and they're 101. Actually, well, it's basically 40 points. They're at 101 or 100 and something, and then OKC is like at 68 or 69. With 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, like I would have stopped playing.
Nicole,
you're not gonna.
Nicole, please.
I'm serious. I'm gonna stop playing. I took my ass home. I took my ass right back in that locker room and called it a day.
All right. So NXT happened yesterday. I'm gonna be very, very quick until we get to the parts that y'all actually want to hear about. Jada Parker went up against Tatum. She beat Tatum. Thea attacked her, and I guess they're gonna keep that feud going. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. I don't like Jada Parker right now because she's getting on my nerves. What'd they have? Ethan Page went up against Ricky Saints. Ethan was able to beat Ricky and become the new North American champion, but that love affair of having that title is short-lived because, like I told y'all earlier, Ethan Page now has to face off against 3 other opponents at Worlds Collide, which I don't think he's going to drop that title in that match, but I do think he's going to end up dropping that title to Javon, just not right now. He's going to face off against Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, and Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid would be the representative from AAA. Ray Phoenix is from SmackDown. And, of course, you have NXT's Javon Evans. So they're going to have all of that happening. And Ethan didn't really get the opportunity to celebrate anything. Also, Trick Williams was out there talking his shit, and Trick Williams got confronted by Mike Santana, who had a match earlier against Tavion Heights, a very good match, by the way, to which he beat Tavion Heights on the show. However, Trick Williams was being overly arrogant, which is an extreme turnoff for me. I don't like that, but it is what it is. he came out there in his wee little boots, and he was talking about how he now is the brand. He turned his back on the NXT crowd because he claimed they turned their back on him for chanting for Average Joe. So he had his little speech and his spiel about how he's going to meet up with TNA and have a conversation about some changes that need to be made because now TNA is Trick. I don't know. It's Trick something. Okay, I guess. I don't fucking know. That's when Mike Santana came out there. Mike Santana was like, bitch, you trying it. He was like, basically what he said was there was me and several other people who built this damn company up, and you're not going to come out here and talk shit about a company that you just became champion of. So he was like, while you out here talking shit, I want to let you know that I already told you that whoever won after this match at Battleground, I was coming for the championship. So the match has been set. Trick Williams will face off against Mike Santana next week on NXT. I don't think he's going to beat him. Mainly because I believe Trick Williams is going to cheat, which is how he won the title in the first place. But it is what it is. So we get to Stephanie's match. Okay. Stephanie had a match with Jacy Jane. Jacy Jane walked up to Stephanie after Battleground and slapped that woman in her face. And this led to her having a title match. Very odd way to make a title match, but title match is made nonetheless. She had a match, she was fighting, and in the middle of the match, they attempted to cheat. Fatal Influence was arguing. Stephanie took out everybody. She got Jacy Jane back in the ring.
She snatched that title from the towel, yeah.
Very able to do whatever she wanted to do. And then the game changed again when Nix got on the ring, distracted the ref. Fallon used the ring post to swing around and take out Stephanie. And that's how Jacy Jane was able to roll her up and get the pin. And Jacy Jane is now the NXT Women's Champion.
Weirder things have happened. Weirder things have happened.
I don't like it. So I understand that I understand that Stephanie is probably being pulled to deepen that Raw women's roster, but I feel like there was a better way that it could have been done. And this just seemed very rushed and out of the blue. I ain't gonna lie, it shocked everybody because I was sitting here like, what the fuck just happened? Everybody in the audience mouth was open. Mike couldn't even finish doing his damn announcements. The person next to him that usually ring the bell had to tap him like, hey, you gotta announce her. Because we all had the same thoughts. Okay? All of us. We all had the same thought process. Every single one of us. So that was an interesting thing. I was just like,
I couldn't hear nothing.
I was like, wowzers. I said, okay. Now I gotta watch this ragtag team on TV gloating, and I'm not interested. So
she finna drop them hoes.
Sure, whatever.
It's not gonna last.
Makes y'all happy.
I dropped them.
It's not gonna last long. Like that's why. I mean, I'm happy Jacy finally got something she deserved.
She got the title. It's
not gonna last long. Her and Fallon are gonna fight it out. Fallon's gonna become jealous, and gonna fall apart. And everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, we didn't see this at all." No.
I think if it had been done cleaner, I probably wouldn't be so irritated by it. But again, like I'm of the school of thought that wrestling is supposed to invoke some emotion. It don't mean it's supposed to be a happy emotion. So it gave something, and I'm just like, oh. Now I don't know where this is headed, but something stinks. It's just too much happening at once.
I don't know if I want to say what I'm thinking.
Oh God. Ugh, shit.
She's holding that title. She's gonna have it for a little bit. Sorry, I'm unfortunately have to answer a work issue. She's gonna hold that title for a little bit, but I'm telling you, and I feel like usually I'm right about this. She is holding that title for somebody. I love Jacy. She is unfortunately going to be semi-transitional champ, but she is holding that title for somebody.
And who is that somebody?
I didn't
know
think
what
she was
you're
going to go
thinking.
for, because I was very anti. She's not going. I think she's going. I think she's holding that for Mariah May. And this is why. And at first I didn't think so, but especially when I heard how they're yanking all of those women up. So Julia, Roxanne, Jordan, and Stephanie all get called up within like 3 weeks of each other.
Yep.
That is your entire. And this isn't poo-pooing. Obviously, the women's division is stacked, as deep, as wonderful, as beautiful, most beautiful thing I've seen in my entire life. But I don't want, and again, this is not to poo-poo, but they depleted all of their big names all at once.
Sorry about that.
Basically, all at once, they took the big in-ring talent, just named in general. They all got swooped in right together.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have thought that if Cora, which they never should let that lady go, if Cora was still there.
I have to
Because
agree.
I was like, okay, she's gonna steer the ship.
Oh.
Somebody gotta steer the ship, and someone who knows, even though they're young, and they know, and even though they're young and they know what's up and they can handle it. That's Mariah.
Mm.
And you just center the division around her until Hunter starts sniffing around there, which I imagine he is with her, and they bring her up and she can get Tiffany together so people knows what that type of character is supposed to be like.
He like the greedy child.
He is. He's greedy as fuck.
And what you got? What's on your
Gluttony
plate?
is a sin, Hunter.
Can I taste some?
And it doesn't mean food. Not just food. Gluttony is a sin, Hunter.
Take. Oh.
It's too much.
I'm surprised
he's
Oba's
gonna
still
sniff
in
her.
NXT.
I don't know. Sean gotta act like her name is something else until
I don't think Oba's gonna stay down there too long either.
He's not.
I
The
think
men's
Ricky's
division
gonna
is
end up
slightly getting
title.
better. I think Ricky's gonna get pulled up soon too.
Yeah.
I don't think he is. I think he's gonna be NXT champion.
You think
he's gonna?
You think they're gonna actually? No, they might leave him down there for a second.
Yeah, I do. I think they're gonna.
I think once we start hitting like winter, I think they might pull him. Depending on what's going on.
No more.
No, they do that portal where they pull them. They pull them through the portal. That's what they did earlier this year.
Like that.
Pull them through the portal.
They did.
I want to sit there. I want to watch everybody be nervous
the draft
about a
is
draft.
stupid. I don't even like.
I love the draft.
I don't like it no more. It's pointless. I rather they just show up at this point.
I don't want you to show up.
Because I get where Nicole's coming from. I like it from an entertainment standpoint, but I do understand what Nicole means, because if they just show up, they might have a better shot on that roster than them being pulled like where Carmelo is, because I feel like once Trick is done, because I think Trick is going to drop that title at Slammiversary. He's not keeping it past Slammiversary. He's going to get pulled. He's going to get pulled.
Sure, he needs to move out the way.
Personally, I think he should have been immediately called up, but he's gonna get pulled, and he's gonna get a big ovation when his music hits and he comes out there. It's gonna be nuts. So, and I will put him on SmackDown just for him and Trick to either get back together or cause some mess. I'm dead ass.
I would say they get back together so he can steal the hype.
Somebody got to do something so he can stop walking around with that Andre the Giant plastic ass chain.
And then he gonna get a little bit too big for his britches.
And then
And
Carmelo.
he like, you know what I did since you done left? 3-time champion. No, 4-time champion. Wow, you got your little stinky little 3.
Ooh. Ooh.
Or is it 2?
Be careful. Be careful.
You like, I made you. What? And then it's gonna get messy.
And I think that is
She said put Church on SmackDown. I said have him take back up so Melo could kind of steal the hype.
That is all of our tea and mess for wrestling this week.
Yeah. But that lady is gonna show up. I'm telling you all that right now.
Oh yeah.
Mariah May, the glamour, the woman from hell. Oh,
Anthony Edwards is pissed. He put that jacket on. He ready to go.
Oh, he on the bench. Did he fall out?
He's zipping his shit up. He is ready to go. Oh, he gonna start an argument with somebody as soon as he get in the locker room.
Well, I mean,
Anthony Edwards is fucking nuts, but I love him.
He going right now.
No, the shit he did with that girl that he got pregnant was probably one of the most ingenious things I've ever heard in my life.
Because she low-key did that on purpose. So that I don't feel bad when women do that because I said you did that on purpose.
He gave her a lump sum. He was like, "How much how am I supposed to pay her out?" They gave him the price.
They told him how much he had to pay a month.
And he gave her all of it for 18 years.
In one check. Here you go.
In one check.
Oh, wow.
I bet you half of that check going to be gone by next year.
And it is because I was like...
There you go. Got what you want that.
I was like, you can't
like,
even...
Lady, you know what you were doing. And people are like, well... he also should have wrapped it up, but I was like, for me, for birth control, that's a two-way street.
Yeah.
I am never, and again, this might be TMI, and we can move on for this conversation after this. And I also need to go to bed soon.
Tight. Hold tight. Hold your thought, Nicole. Hold your thought.
Okay.
Let me see if I can end the stream over here on YouTube. Okay. It's not on our podcast, so we are fine.
Okay. Birth control to me is a two-way street. If you don't want to have a child, and this is to all my women and girls out there, why am I tagged in this photo? You should not be relying on some crusty, dusty man to completely have completely have birth control in his hands and in his corner.
I have to agree.
It's irresponsible and it's just fucking dumb.
Facts.
So I forgot. I don't even remember the name of this lady. She also has someone that she also has, like, her other baby dad is also famous. I don't know. I don't remember who it is. You know what you're doing. This man got 16 different. I mean, not that many, but he got enough random floater kids, like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's another one. He don't got no. I'm pretty sure he don't. Well, it's his ex-wife now. I'm pretty sure she's filing for divorce. But he ain't have that kids with that lady. But he had all these outside babies, and they married. And Anthony Edwards been engaged with that. I don't want to call her dumb, but she is dumb. That dumb girl, and he's known for forever. And he keep having all these babies on her. So if you sit here trying to act like you texted him talking about, well, blah blah blah. Like I'm gonna keep it. And again, like I said, your body, your choice. If you want to keep the child, I'm not gonna sit here and preach about what's right or wrong or whatever with abortion. I believe in abortion rights because you should have the right to choose. But it's like, like, bitch, you know what the fuck it is. You was trying to run game and now you're mad.
He got your ass though.
Because and that's what makes me so upset when women like that bring children into the world, because you literally brought that child into the world for a fucking transaction, basically.
And that's not cool.
Because if she was like a real one, she should have. And it's like, why are you still and he talking to you like a dog, and you're sitting here reaching out to him still.
Child.
Like, you just trying to get money. Because if you was a real bitch, you would have been like, hey, I'm about to keep this kid. I mean, you should probably give me some money for it since you rich. But but honestly, I'm gonna make sure my kid's straight regardless. If you want to see them, we need to figure out something about that. If you don't, I don't really give a shit. I'll make sure they're straight. And that's it.
Agreed.
Like, that's how I would have been. I would have been like, you should low-key give me some money, but I'm not going to sit here and beg you for some shit.
All right.
You're right.
At the end of the day, it's just about how you gonna look.
Yeah.
Shit.
And if he would have been like, you know what, I'm not trying to be in the kid's life like that. Like, I'm not really into it, but I'll send you a little da-da-da every month. I've been like, cool, that's it.
Fine by me.
Yeah. And that probably would have been the last conversation we had. Or I probably would have been like, hey, it's the kid's birthday. You want a card? You want me to give him a card or something from you, or you just good? No? Okay. That's it. Literally, that's all. That's the only communication I will have with him.
And outside of that, like, when the question pops up, you're going to have to answer that, because I'm not answering that. Why you ain't want to be there? Why he ain't want to be there?
Oh, yeah. She's going to have to answer that question because you look stupid.
Yeah, she going to do that. But if he was smart, I'm going to leave that to you.
She ain't going to figure that shit out. The birds are going to be birds.
Hell no. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are gonna pivot. Okay?
Pivot!
Because we're on my live stream, and we have successfully finished the podcast. But you guys are more than likely to leave if you want to leave. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, this is the podcast? Oh, snap.
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
I did not know that.
It's fine. It's not anymore, so you're good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Because I know Alexis wants to get back to the fam. So Alexis, if you're ready to bounce, you can. I totally understand.
I got in the morning, so I will see y'all later.
Bye, love.
Bye.
All right. I got 2 weeks of SB chat I have to read. This is going to be a long day.
Oh, this is interesting.
Don's ass probably don't fall asleep halfway through anyway.
I probably
and Marjorie.
I'll try to stay awake.
I'm like exhausted. I didn't really like sleep well last night, so I'm giving myself 10 more minutes on here.
I'll try to stay awake. I'll fight to stay awake.
Marjorie is a liar. He gonna be the first one to go to sleep.
Okay,
he always goes to sleep. And Don go next. Sometimes Don will stay the whole time, but Marjorie definitely going to sleep. Definitely going. He'd be the first one. And all you hear is snoring. You're like, yep. That's Marjorie.
Well, you ain't wrong.
All right.
Aftershow
next week, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming unless the girls pick Wednesday to record. And y'all gonna have to deal with the podcast, okay? Because I gotta put my podcast out with my fam. All right.
It says foreplay.
And we work smart.
I thought it said oral play.
Hard hoes.
You have to work smart here.
They said foreplay.
I thought it said oral play. It says foreplay. My bad.
I thought it said foreplay. I said, oop. Let me see some names so I can text my brother.
Stop.
I said somebody you work with is being real crazy.
She's ignorant.
Oh shit.
Is Junior really asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Wowzers. I
love that for him. I hope he has the best sleep tonight.
Right? He has my nephew's graduating tomorrow and he has a speech he has to do tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Congrats.
He said ain't no fucking around tonight.
Yeah, he's going to sleep. Yeah. He's like, I got a speech tomorrow. He was very excited. I was like, okay, man. All right. Question number 1. During foreplay, his phone rang. He answers, and I hear a female saying, "You ain't shit and bring me my keys." I stopped giving him top and asked him who the other woman was. Him. Don't ask me what you don't really want to know. Oh.
Well,
fair enough. I mean, he's not lying. So,
okay.
But why you answering the phone when it rang?
Obviously, because the woman is more important than what was happening at the time. That's the reason why.
She must have not been doing a good job with the topping. So, you know.
You know, he's just disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful.
I demanded to know. He said it's my replacement if I continue to show out. I stopped everything, turned away from him, and cried silently in the pillow. Girl, you cried? Girl, I know you didn't cry.
Pick your motherfucking head up.
Bitch, okay, this is about to piss me off. I gave up everything for this man. I left college. I left my boyfriend for him. Not just because he's a celebrity, but because I really like him. Celebrity? Bitch, who is it? Because if we talk about Safari, you fucked up.
We got no time for these guest schools.
I'm dead ass serious.
Please, not Safari.
I'm serious. Fucking idiot.
Ooh,
not because he's a celebrity, but because I really like him. He makes beautiful love songs, but he's a mean short man. It ain't Safari because Safari's tall, so it ain't him.
Beautiful love songs.
And he's a mean short man. Is it Cisco? Because he's got delusions of grandeur. I don't even know who it is. I also think his money is short because he never takes me on trips or industry events.
I don't see nothing lying to you.
We stay in his very nice home and he orders us food. That's all we do. He was furious when I stopped giving him top. And he said, "You're not needed." Ew. I refuse. Ew. Oh my God.
He said, "You're not needed."
Look at this shit. Look what it said.
I'm reading the next line. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna zoom in.
Wow.
You want me to read it for you?
It says,
he fat and shot his glaze over the back of my head.
Over her head.
Okay, all right. So on that note, I'm gonna go to bed early.
Okay, bye, Nicole.
See you later.
Bye.
Then he put me up his bed and called me an Uber.
I haven't heard from him in 3 weeks, and I don't want to lose. You
already lost, bitch. You didn't finish the job, and he said you're not needed.
On the back of your head,
ma'am.
For the first disrespectful thing was answering the phone. The second was bust on the back of your head without your permission.
He did it on the back of your head, and you sit up here talking about you don't want to lose. Girl, get your stupid ass out of these damn comments and go somewhere.
You're wasting everybody's time.
She got low self-esteem.
Very much.
The bar is in hell.
She has no self-esteem.
She ain't got real feelings. So ain't no way.
I would have Lorena Bobbitt in his bitch ass.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Set her up.
And he walked away. He's still alive.
You crazy?
You sit up here crying in pillows and shit.
You're supposed to be bolder than him. You're supposed to be like, hang up the phone.
On the back of the head? Oh my God.
I wouldn't say nothing. The moment he picked up the phone, I would have got up, got my shit, and got the fuck out. I wouldn't have cared nothing about that. Clearly, I'm not needed.
But that was before he
I'm going where I'm wanted. That's where I'm going. Excuse me.
But he did get her a warning though. Like, don't ask it what you really don't want to know.
I don't give a fuck about no warning. That she the one who wanted to know who it was. Wouldn't I have mattered to me?
I wouldn't
need to have no warning. You already gave me the warning when you picked up the phone.
Girlfriend should have left. She should have left.
It depends on what was going on. I don't know the situation.
Nah. When you in the busy mood, you do not need to be answering no phone.
John Bobbitt is still alive, but he had to go have his extremity reattached.
Who?
Lorena Bobbitt cut it off and threw it in the woods.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean. Okay.
Oh yeah, and he got a new one.
Yeah,
1 star.
Oh my God.
She cut it off because he was cheating on her all the time, and he was abusive. So she cut his shit off.
Yeah, he went and got a new one.
Someone interviewed that man.
I think he's dead now.
Interview him for what?
Oh shit! Never mind. He brought his ass in. I don't know.
Interview for what?
For what? What do you need to know?
He got a new peen. I'm like, does it work, sir?
Obviously.
Yes, he became a porn star.
They do penile transplants all the time. Where are you? What is happening?
I was just saying, he got it chopped off and then they put a new one. I'm like, oh, okay.
They put a new one.
Okay, Iron Dick.
Please. No, it was earlier for me when Nicole was like that Cora Jade would have been leading the division. He was like, oh.
Marjorie said.
And that shit took me out. That's why I was over here spitting. Because that shit was stupid. I said, not oh. Oh, her?
Okay, this one is a very short one, apparently.
Good job.
After 2 years of bad diets, I'm finally losing weight. I'm not trying. I just don't have an appetite. Headaches were keeping me up at night, so I went to the doctor. Oh no, I'm HIV positive.
What?
That's what this says. It's not me. I'm reading the story. I'm not. Okay? I'm just reading it.
Nah.
I'm finna cry.
Jesus Christ. I low-key wish he was asleep. He just tripping.
Nah, I can't see this on YouTube. That's why I just came in my head when you said that.
He wouldn't hear me talking right now.
Yeah, you be dead. We would not be on live right now. I'd be in the damn film telling my story to Date Live. Okay? That's what would be happening.
Oh my God!
I'd be like, I knew her. She did videos on YouTube. Dang.
No. That wasn't for you. No. I got into some stuff, so I was like, damn, this should pop up every time I get into something.
I can't. It says the only person I've been intimate with is my pastor.
Right.
Oh. I'm his only girlfriend, and he's faithful to his wife. Ma'am.
Are you stupid?
What?
In the name of Jesus, what?
Girl, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this.
Oh, no.
Should I tell him?
Tell him I think his wife is for the street. Bitch,
Cause she's the reason I'm sick.
oh.
And also, how do I tell him? Help, bitch. He
I'm
already
not saying nothing to you. No.
I can't. That's too much.
No, because that don't make no goddamn sense.
And the
Okay,
fact
now
that
y'all
you,
just being stupid. I think y'all going to chat GPT and telling them to write y'all some stupid ass stories because you cannot be serious. You just cannot be this damn dumb.
Losing weight and you're not trying to, and you're having headaches. You worry about the wrong thing.
So you gonna tell him his wife is for the streets because she's the reason why you're sick? How is he faithful to his wife and he's sleeping with you?
He lied to
and if
you,
he's
boo.
sleeping with you, I guarantee you it's 5 other women just like you that he's sleeping with.
You got to be young.
What the fuck?
You got to be like 19.
That's insane. She really blaming the wife?
Yes. These shepherds don't need flock. That's not a shepherd, honey. That is a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what that is. And the pastor, was you trying to catch the Holy Ghost? Ain't nothing holy about it, is the point.
Damn.
Ain't nothing holy about that. Yeah, you ended up catching something you didn't want. Anyways, I thought these was gonna be simple questions this week.
Help, go get medication and insurance. That's the help I got for you, boo.
I'm not giving you no motherfucking help. If you gonna sit up here and say some
Don't
dumb
worry about
shit
the wrong.
on the internet like this,
on Beyonce's internet,
no,
you're
fuck
crazy.
that. Do whatever fuck you want. Do whatever you call her. Call her and tell her so she can go get some help. Do that. Stupid ass.
You better call her, fella. Like your
Lord.
husband is carrying something.
Question number 3. Came home from work and my house was burglarized. Damn.
I know what that's
TVs,
like.
laptops, my son's PS gaming system, and my doorbell camera were all gone. My boyfriend was in the music studio during the break-in, and we figured the burglars were nearby. Someone was watching my home and knew when we were out. My boyfriend made an angry Facebook post about it, and my son's father promised to replace the gaming system. When the police arrived, we made a report. One cop said a burglar wouldn't take that much care to remove the TV from the mount. He'd just rip it off the wall. He added, this thief took his time removing the TV because he knew he wouldn't be interrupted. He probably lives here. The cops looked at my boyfriend. Management showed me security footage of my boyfriend removing my stuff. He pawned everything to buy studio time to record his rap song.
Wow.
He promised to pay us back plus interest because the song is fire and he's going to get 1 million streams. He played the song and it's dog shit. Shit on fresh charges. Yes. I don't believe in snitching, but his so-called rap career must be stopped for all of humanity. Bitch, why are you asking us? You heard the motherfucking
want
song.
some advice? You should have beat his ass in that studio.
Right when you saw the security footage.
That too.
Girl.
You should have did it, and then you should have did it twice. For that one, when you saw the footage,
He stole from you. Like, girl.
For studio time, Hiram, yes.
You didn't do it right. How you gonna do a self burglary and you just how you fuck that up? I know that baby daddy beat your ass.
Beat his ass with that mic.
Oh, you so disappointed.
The baby daddy did. I know he did.
Question number 4. Parents have been married for 27 years. My mother is a breast cancer survivor. She had a double mastectomy 4 years ago. My mother does the cancer awareness marathons and is an all-around joy until recently. My younger brother, he's 16, reports that our dad has been cruel to our mother. And during an argument, he called her a fake woman because she ain't got no tits.
Damn.
And I'd have politely punched him dead in his shit.
Just fucked up.
I'd have knocked your ass out. The fuck? This shit is pissing me off today. I came home from college to confront him about this. I warned him to never, ever disrespect my mother again, or I will make his life difficult. My father sucker punched me in the face. My brother and I jumped him, period. Whoop his ass. He left the house before the police arrived. He accidentally left his burner phone behind. He's a simple man, so I guessed his password on the first try. My father is on the gay dating app Grindr, and no one knows this but me. Should I tell my mother? My dad has since apologized to all of us, and he's back at home with her. I would narc his ass out right now.
Yeah, tell your mama.
Yeah,
Mama, he
tell
mad
her.
at you and he
Tell her.
disrespecting you because he gay.
I
He's
would
gay as
narc his
hell.
ass out.
He getting plowed.
Okay. You see what this say? This says slut bottom.
Oh,
He open for service.
stop it.
Whore.
He
See,
called
that's
her
why he mad at
whore.
you, because you can't dick him down.
She could
Now he
just go
doing
to
the
the
business.
store. Just go to the store. You know,
I would narc his ass out today.
He's gay as hell. Hey, queen. No, what?
Wow,
Faggot.
Don.
Oh,
Don.
queen.
Nah, please. That's crazy.
So he likes to get. So daddy likes to get pegged. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, Euphoria. I see it. Somebody's bound to be the same way.
Oh my God. I feel so bad for the dad on Euphoria, but he was a bastard, so
I never watched that
but
show.
he ate their ass up.
he lit into
And
his whole
you
entire family and
like to
then
think
left
you're
and went and
so
lived his gay
different.
life and was partying in this motherfucking warehouse and just living his life up, child. Until the police came and arrested him.
He didn't know that girl was underage.
I still don't think he assaulted his son. It was the way that he did it. I was just like, I don't think he assaulted him.
If anything, it was just like a fight.
But he liked to fight him all the time. That was the only thing.
They always fought.
Yeah. But I just, and I thought I'm like, I know your ass is bi. I don't know why you don't just tell everybody that you're bi. Anyway. I had a whole nother conversation, child. Not a disrespectful child. The father was the one who was disrespectful. Not period poo with your gay ass.
With your gay ass.
It was with your gay ass at the end.
I love that video. Period poo. With your gay ass.
Baby. I haven't watched Euphoria in a while. I might rewatch some of it because I haven't watched it in a while. I'm supposed to be working on the next season. I don't even know if I want to watch the next season. I feel like the show could just end where it ended.
Honestly.
Everybody. And then, what's the name? Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in real life? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming, honestly.
That sucks. All right. Question number 5. My boyfriend went to prison for 3 years after he was caught shooting at his ops. He was with another female. They were in my car, and my car was seized. We broke up, and I've been dating someone else. I'm 4 months pregnant by the new guy. At first, I thought everything was cool with the new guy until he brought up my ex-boyfriend's case. He knew his release date. He knew everything about him. The new guy, a.k.a. my baby daddy, is the man my ex was shooting at, bitch. Oh.
Wait, we were on that? What? Shooting at what?
Oh, Jesus. Marjorie, keep up. Keep up.
Her boyfriend is the op.
Not her boyfriend's op.
Are you lost?
Yes.
Do you know what
I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna read it again. Stay with me. My boyfriend went to prison for 3 years after he was caught shooting at his ops. He was with another female. They were in my car, and my car was seized. We broke up, and I've been dating someone else. I'm 4 months pregnant by the new guy. And at first, I thought everything was cool with the new guy until he brought up my ex-boyfriend's case. He knew his release date. He knew everything about him. The new guy, aka my baby daddy, is the man my ex-boyfriend was shooting at. He treats me okay, but I realize he's just using me to hurt my ex. My ex will be home in August, and I know shit will hit the fan. What to do?
Run.
Let shit hit the fan. Shit.
I mean,
Ain't nothing you can do.
you didn't know, but the nigga was in your car with another girl, so.
Okay.
I don't know what you upset about. Unless the ex already know and he don't care.
I
I
mean,
mean, at this point, he's
he
an
was
ex for a reason.
okay.
I would drop his ass too, make him pay child support and go find me somebody else. Might want to get
so sad. You just ended up getting out. That's unfortunate, though.
Question number 6. My husband was engaged to another woman when we met. Bitch. Oh, God. Fuck. We became pregnant at the same time, but he broke off that engagement and we got married. You a dirty ass broad. What the fuck? He says his ex-fiance miscarried. No, the fuck she didn't. We recently moved to Cincinnati, Ohio from Indiana. Figures. My husband and I moved here for his job. Previously, my husband traveled back and forth from Indiana to Ohio for work. He made those trips alone. No, he didn't. He went to go see his other baby mama.
Okay.
I enrolled our 3-year-old son in daycare. When I entered the daycare the daycare worker greeted my son. Good morning, Miles. Then she asked who I was. My son is not named Miles. He's named Milan. I explained I was there to register him. Another daycare worker showed me around, and eventually the child, Miles, arrived with his mom. Miles is my son's twin, right down to the tiny birthmark over his eyebrow. The birthmark runs in my husband's family. I asked this woman if she knew my husband. I showed her photos on my phone and asked her if my husband in the photo was Miles's dad. She smirked. I gave him an ultimatum to be here with us by Friday or I'm leaving. The daycare workers were pulling out their cell phones, so I took my son and we left. Before I could get in the car, my husband called and told me he has another son and there's no job in Ohio. And he moved here just to be with the other woman. He said me and Miles should go back to Indiana. We did. And I'm not good at all. I quit my job and broke my lease for the move. My boss let me come back. My landlord increased my rent by $150. Husband said he never gave a F about me and that he married me for the health insurance because he needed knee surgery. Ooh. Now he's healed and free to love his ex-fiance and their son. I'm not okay, and I don't know what to make him see how much Milan and I love him and need him here with us. Well,
you're a fool. You divorced him and you get everything. Because
I'm
that
gonna tell
right
you just
there,
like this. He ain't got nothing to
right
get, Don. He don't have no job.
It don't matter. I want everything. I want everything she got too.
Sweetheart, you met him when he was engaged to somebody else that you forget.
That too. That was
And
fucked
you
up.
thought that everything was sweet because he married you and that he left this other woman alone. And you thought he was gonna be truthful and happy with you. You got what you married. You married a dog, therefore you were with the dog, and now you got a child, and he don't even want to take care of your child. Instead of crying in y'all pillows, I don't understand why you hoes be crying. I'm very confused by that. I don't understand the need of the begging and shit. If you mad because we fucking you over, then make him pay for it. I would be declaring vengeance. All hell would break loose. Do you understand me? Fuck that bitch. Fuck her. Fuck her ass, her pinched ass nose. Fuck that bitch. I don't want to listen to that whore. I'm not listening to nothing that bitch got to say. Not a damn thing. You understand? Nothing. What she do to you? I don't like that bitch. She don't like me. Black women are the only women who be giving me problems. I don't fuck with black women like that.
Oh, Money Long.
So she can go eat a dick.
Yeah, she can go to hell. And that's that shit J. Cole was talking about.
Now,
get a little credit and you start
acting bougie. Funny. What's wrong with you? And then you talk about my audiences in Brazil and the Philippines. Well, bitch, go there. Stop trying to peddle your bullshit ass music to us while you whining and crying about the twin and where he been and how you loving on him for hours and hours. That's probably why you wondering where he at, because you keep being in his business.
Oh, that's what I know you're talking about. Oh.
Fuck that.
Oh my God, Marge, please.
I stepped away from the phone.
Clearly.
You was just here.
I stepped away from the phone a bit.
No. Sis, you got two options. You either put this nigga on child support and make him have to pay a bill for this baby so he don't get no comfort and not do that bitch that he with. Or you leave his ass alone, raise your son the way you supposed to, make sure your son get where he need to be, and you'll get your revenge on the back end and not the front. It's either one way or the other. Either way, you need to raise your son and make sure he's a good man. He need to be a good man, Savannah. He need to be a good man. Not like his punk ass daddy where he's a homosexual. He need to be a man where he stand on his own 2 feet. He can take care of himself. And in the end, he will do what he need to by you and the woman that he's supposed to be with in life. You hoes got this all the way backwards. If the nigga don't want to be with you, leave his ass alone. Yes, you conceived this boy with this man, and you really shouldn't have. But the fact of the matter is the boy here. And the boy got a whole twin. The boy was conceived at the same time, and it was born on the same damn day. That's his twin brother. And obviously, the other woman don't want to have nothing to do with you, which in all fairness, I don't blame her. But at the same time, that's his brother. What you should be doing is worrying about making sure that man suffer. So the best way to do that is to dig in his motherfucking pockets. Because when you dig in his pockets, whatever money that bitch making, she got to pay.
You're digging at hers too.
She got to pay it. You understand? Because they come as a couple. They a team. So let his ass leave. Now, you could say that he abandoned you. That's a whole other ball of wax. When you file for divorce, you say you file it under abandonment. He left your family. He left y'all destitute. Because that's what he did. He abandoned your family. That's a whole different ball of wax. And he married you under fraudulent pretenses. Because he married you just so he can go get his knee fixed. Because he ain't had no damn insurance. That's also fraud. And he admitted to it. So as far as I'm concerned, you got to figure out how you're going to get this nigga back. And that's the best way to do it. You sue his ass for fraud and for abandonment. That's how you do that. You got to think. You got to think. Shit. Like now, y'all be too busy crying. Girl, fuck the crying. Get his ass together. That's what you do. Okay? Fuck all that crying. Nobody want to hear that shit. What am I going to do? He left me. Girl, do something else. Ugh. Pyro said that nigga be locked up. He would be if she filed the right charges against him. He could be. I just told you it's fraud for him to marry her under the guise of him getting insurance and having knee surgery and then leaving. That is fraud. That means that he presented himself to be one way and he wasn't.
But first, you need proof of him saying that.
All she gotta do is call him and record the shit. Especially if she live in a state where recording on the phone is not illegal. As far as I know, it's only illegal in California.
Yeah, now it comes in with your phone call.
We got one more set, and then we'll be done. Rob, please go get your nephew and take him downstairs and get some dinner. Please. It's 11:30. He's wide awake because he's been asleep for the last 3 hours. So he ain't going to sleep today. All right. Question number 1 for this week. I've been dating Big Mouth for a month and she moved me in. Damn.
No, Big Mouth.
Big Mouth has a skinny, spoiled 11-year-old autistic son who goes to school on a special bus and then spreads out in the front room with the big TV to play video games. Okay, now you done pissed me the fuck off. Okay? You need mind your goddamn business. I'm staying here now and I want to relax in the front room. I took his games out and threw them in his bedroom. This motherfucker's crazy. Something broke and Big Mouth started talking slick. I picked her up by the throat and pinned her on the wall until she calmed down. I did it in front of her I did it in front. I guess he meant in front, but he said from. So you stupid too. I did it in front of her son to let him know there's a new king in the house. The skinny kid ran to his room and I sent Big Mouth in the kitchen to cook for me. I sat down and watched TV and all was well until the skinny kid pounced on me like Spider-Man and beat my face and head with brass knuckles.
Period.
I swallowed a tooth. The boy isn't autistic. He's super violent and he goes to a special school because he endangers everyone. I fought for my life while Big Mouth spoke to her son in hushed tones until he stopped. He brought his games back into the front room and played them. He didn't even wash my blood off his hands. Big Mouth, you can never touch me. He crippled his father for the same thing. I like Big Mouth. She's just a single mom trying to raise this monster. But I'm scared to stay with her. I hope that nigga beat you in your sleep and you die with it. That's what I hope.
I hope he put a pillow over your face.
I hope he beat the fuck out you in your sleep because you deserve it.
And then you wake up and he smile at you and then he put that pillow back over your face again.
Period. Whatever he did to you, you earned that shit.
I'm not trying to show him who's king.
Talking about I had to show him who's king.
And now he jumped on you like Spider-Man. And he beat the brakes off you with them breasts.
He beat your ass. And that's what he should have did. You just start. Oh, Mark ass nigga. Question number 2. My fiance Will bored me. He had to go. On my birthday, my new man sent me a text at 6 a.m. Said he wanted to drop off my gift. I told him I was getting ready for work, but to come through. He gave me a little something in the shower for my birthday. I asked him if he was going to take me out later. I spent $1,500 for his birthday the month before. He said he gave me my gift already.
For the last 6 months, it's crazy.
Huh? Okay. After work, my coworkers took me to the Cheesecake Factory where I saw my man and his friend on a double date with 2 women. I crashed out hard. I dumped their food on them. I clawed his face. My coworkers took me out of there before the police arrived. But the women posted videos. My ex-boyfriend said I played myself. I disrespected him. I owe him money for ruining his dinner and scarring his face. The hurtful part of all this is that I broke off my engagement to be with him. He knows how bad I hurt my ex-fiance Will when I ended things just to be with him. Why would he cheat on me? How could he spend money on another woman on my birthday? He won't respond to my texts or calls. How do I get him to come back to me? Bitch, you're delusional. You're delusional. I'm not going to help you. You got what you deserve. What you think was gonna happen? You was gonna ride off into the sunset with this punk ass nigga, and everything was gonna be cool after the bullshit you put out in the world. Karma's a bitch, and you got yours tenfold. So I don't know what you want me to tell you, other than bitch, good luck. You better get that motherfucking Cheesecake Factory you threw all over the floor and sing happy birthday, bitch, because that's all you're gonna get from me. He said that one was all a joke. It wasn't funny. Not to her. Question number 3. During my healing journey, I reached out to my ex-girlfriend Paula. I've had 2 children with other women while I was with Paula. Then you should have left Paula the fuck alone. You should have left her alone. I stole her father's vintage Mercedes, crashed it, and then sold it for parts. Is you an addict? Is you a drug addict? What the fuck? I dated her best friend and destroyed their 20-year relationship. Much of that time, I was feeding my cocaine addiction. Okay, so you was on that shit. All right. Don't mean you have to be a diabolical piece of shit, but goddamn.
What you did all that for? What
was this?
No,
the car I get, but the friendship.
Yeah, but the friendship.
Why would you do that?
And the
That was
babies.
personal.
The babies.
He on crack.
What did that have to do with anything? You could be on crack and fuck up your own shit. Why are you messing up everything in this girl's life?
Because he on crack.
Drop, please. No, you're not gonna blame that shit on crack. You didn't like this bitch. Because there's no way. I've been clean for 4 months and I called Paula to ask for forgiveness. 4 months? You called her for pardon?
Not 4 months. You ain't did nothing.
Me.
That's only
Thank you
a
for
quarter
taking
of
me
the
back
year.
each time I effed up. Can you forgive me for what I did? Your forgiveness puts me on the path to becoming a better man. Paula, you can't be a better man. You are what you are, and you'll never be anything more. Never. That combo destroyed me, and I relapsed. I hate that woman so much. I told you he didn't like her. Because you can't Gerard. I told you. How do I make her life miserable until she gives me her forgiveness? Bitch, you already did. What?
Because he on crack.
Gerard.
Now that part I do agree with.
He don't like her.
He on crack.
I'm going to slap the shit out you. I swear to God.
That's all I got. He on crack.
How can you wreck her life from far away?
You breathing is ruining her life, my nigga.
Thank you.
Just keep living.
She's got no contact on me, so I need to know how I can wreck her life from far away.
Try crack.
And you a demon, nigga? What is happening? She gonna have to kill your ass. I would murder you. You would not be in this because what? Thank good old saying is that you lose them how you get them. Well, true. I mean, when you on crack, you can't think straight. Shut the fuck up, Hiram. The nigga just said that he don't like her. He never did. Her. You could be high on crack and not be. How does you high on crack have anything to do with you fucking her best friend and having 2 kids on her with 2 different girls? Dry, say that shit one more time. I'm gonna box your ass. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna rock your shit. I'm telling you. Don't say it, AJ. I'm not playing with you. Dry, I'm gonna throw this can of soda at your motherfucking head. I'm not playing with you. Again. Stop playing with me. You can do all of that. Stop. Don't do it. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. I'm finna bust you in the back of your head.
Oh my God.
You better go on somewhere with that bullshit.
Oh, Jesus.
You know.
Okay, you remember you sleep next to me. You sleep next to me.
Yeah.
2 pizza and a biscuit. I'm not playing with you.
Oh my
Question
God.
number 4. My girlfriend got her commercial driver's license a few years ago, and now she is a truck driver. She a truck driver.
What do you do? I'm a truck driver.
I'm a truck driver. Oh God.
Ooh, that's some old shit.
She's taller than me and she's becoming too masculine. I only see her on weekends and she's real aggressive in the bed. I bought her Old Spice cologne. Why? Why would you do that? As a hint that she's being too manly, but she wears it. She likes it because she doesn't like smelling like diesel. I asked her if she's becoming friendly with the ladies, but she says no. My problem is she asks me for tips. Okay. I will highlight it so you can see it. I have a 14-year-old, 15-year-old here.
Oh, I see what you did. Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm gonna let y'all read the rest for your own
And Rachel,
sanity.
she got on the top. She got on.
He says, hold on.
Okay.
She said, I feel like a woman.
A natural woman.
He said, ankles near her earlobes while giving me and bottom. I feel like a woman. Advice?
Just
Depends
enjoy
on how
it.
you
Shit.
felt after it was over.
Just enjoy it. Shit,
If you
experience
enjoyed
it.
it, I wouldn't give a shit.
Exactly. It is what it is.
Oh no, she's definitely going gay though.
She's showing you a whole. She's
Shania Twain
showing him
there.
a whole new world.
No, she's definitely going gay.
He said it.
Well, she asked him
Definitely.
for advice on how to do, do the do.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, maybe
she turned over.
it depends on what you like. If you are willing to go the distance and still be with her, then I wouldn't care. What happens in y'all bedroom is y'all business. If you like it, you like it. If you don't,
Make a lot of money. Shit, stay with her.
Damn. I wouldn't care. And it depends on if you liked it or not. If you didn't like it and you felt violated, then that's another conversation. You need to talk to her. And if you can't handle that, then you need to break up with her. But if you enjoyed that aspect of y'all intimacy, then mind your business. Everything don't have to be told to everybody. Just live your best life and enjoy what you're getting.
You shut up, darling.
Okay.
Shit.
Because it's a lot of homeboys out here getting their ass ate.
Or pegged.
I ain't telling y'all.
And they not saying what they actually doing. They just getting what they getting and living their life. Which is fine by me. What happens behind your closed doors is your business.
Live your life, fella.
I wouldn't like to know, but I have no problem with no one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
I don't tell
unless
nobody.
Unless they post it on their OnlyFans page, you know.
Marjorie, Jesus.
What?
Question number 5. I'm 6 months. Shit. I'm 6 months pregnant.
What? Wait, repeat that.
That's pregnant.
Jesus Christ.
What a time. I'm jealous.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to try and read this again. I'm 6 months pregnant by my married boyfriend.
Oh, hell.
Turn the fan on, Gerard. It's fucking hot in here.
Why is everyone married in these questions?
He showed me paperwork that he filed for divorce and that the two don't speak anymore. 3 months ago, I posted my ultrasound pic and tagged my boyfriend. A woman slid in my DMs and told me that she just had my boyfriend's baby and he's still married. Last summer, I bought him a bucket hat and had his name stitched on the front of it. The woman is wearing that hat in her profile pic. Damn. I confronted him and he said yes. He made at least 2 other babies while dating me. And he wants me to get everyone together so we can raise our kids as a family. He says his wife agrees. This seems like the right thing to do for the kids, but I'm uncomfortable with it. Also, he lied about his divorce, so I can't trust him to be faithful and not sleep with these other baby mamas. Girl, he wants you to be in a poly relationship.
Is he a Mormon?
Are you not hearing? Are you not hearing what he's saying? And why is he asking you to facilitate everything?
Kids. Okay, that's your wife's job.
Why is he asking you? Shouldn't his wife be doing that? And girl, listen. I tell you what. You knew he was
you gonna
married
pay for it?
him and you made this child, so that's your fucking fault. But you should want these kids to know each other. You don't have to be in a relationship with this man in order for these kids to know that they are siblings. You do need these kids to know each other, but you don't have to be with him. I don't know why you're worried about trusting him and being faithful, because he proved he cannot do that when he got your ass pregnant and he was married. I don't give a fuck what paperwork he showed you. That is not in good faith, unless he was not going back to an apartment that was empty. And this is not just his wife. He can slept with 2 other people.
And it's not even that he ain't even divorced. His wife is in on it.
Girl, you asking us for advice. You might as well just join the rest of the damn circle and be done with it.
They're forming.
Else.
Be careful. They're forming a cult. You're going to get caught. Marge, what's going on?
Is everyone okay? Like, drink some water, please. Girl.
Tiff had me tearing over here.
Shut up. Why is everyone cheating when they marry? Is anyone loyal in this at this point? There are some loyal people. Call the wife or something. I wouldn't call no motherfucking body. Shit. The only thing I would do is if they call me saying they want to play date with our kids. That's it. Might as well become sister wives. No, because all of them is on TV arguing with each other. Y'all ain't seen the promos for them TLC. I missed the damn episode. I missed it. It was on TLC Sunday. I wanted to see that shit because them white ladies was on there arguing. And I love watching a white lady and a white man argue. I love it. It brings my heart so much joy. White on white crime. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, question number 6. I found me a real live virgin, y'all. He's kind, gentle, and he was raised by a wealthy Southern, God-fearing grandma.
Okay.
He's only 22. I'm 34. You're nasty. You're nasty. I planned to give him a little and get what I could out of him. We went once. He's blessed. And he went full beast mode on me when he took me to the town. Okay? I was sore for a week. He buys me flowers and dinner, paid a few bills, and lured me to his off-campus apartment for movie night. And he said, and then went full beast mode on me again. I told him to just put that away and just stop. He asked me if I was too old for his stamina. Did he need to date younger? What the fuck? I can't lose my meal ticket so I have to show up when he invites me. But I am in howling pain. Soaking doesn't work. Can I teach him to be gentle? Can I just work the tip?
I mean, you can.
Girl, he wasn't no virgin.
Yeah. You could try. She could try.
He wasn't no virgin. He's not a virgin.
He just started. I don't know why you. What else you thought was gonna happen?
I don't think he was a virgin, honestly.
Play some red light, green light with the man at that point.
I just think nobody taught him how to truly have relations.
Put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Can you teach him to be gentle? Yes, but he has to be willing. It seems like he don't really give a fuck about what you're talking about.
You can tell him that like my shit hurt.
Just go slow pace. Tell him to go slow pace. Go slow and easy.
It's not stamina. You beating that shit up. And it's not in a good way.
Then he gaslights her and tells her she old. I'd be like, well, I'm your first, so why are you worried about if I'm old? You ain't worried about if you can do it, because you're not you're not beating allegations. You're definitely taking your cues from those of you who have taught you through video camera. And
also you need some Epsom salt. You need a cap full of bleach.
Damn,
factory reset that
bleach. What?
Factory reset that thing.
First of all, bleach is gonna kick. Don't do that. That is stupid.
You need to ice that thing too.
What? Where the fuck the bleach come
from? You be
quiet. Girl, okay, I can say it this way. If you want things to be gentler, you have to take over. Take over. Stop letting him be the one to handle the reins. Why are you letting him be the one to handle the reins and he's supposed to be with the V card? I don't understand. He has no experience, so why are you giving him the control? That was stupid.
What he said?
That was dumb as hell. You ain't gonna be doing nothing on me and you don't know what the fuck you doing. It's like driving a car. Like, if ain't nobody taught you how to drive a car, is you gonna let this nigga drive? Okay, shit, what's the fuck wrong with you? Can you teach him to be gentle? No, but you can guide him on what he need to do. What's wrong with you?
I hate this Wi-Fi.
Fully understand.
It's
the first time I was able to go live and didn't have no problems. I was shocked.
And that should be cutting out, freezing. I'm ready to two-piece that hoe.
And then over here, where we live at, no other Wi-Fi place will allow us to get Wi-Fi. Only AT&T is available.
Oh, and that's what we got. Oh,
I hate them.
Shitty ass.
I'm like, can we try Xfinity, Metro PCS, somebody?
T-Mobile.
Nope. Only other place you can get is Spectrum, and I fucking hate Spectrum.
Oh, that's worse than AT&T.
All right.
That's ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lady with the virgin is the last one. She is the last story. And that is your double whammy for your SPC chat this week.
I made it.
I hope y'all enjoyed the messiness and, of course, the previous podcast. I'm hoping Janae will be on the next week's podcast because I miss Janae.
Yes, Janae, we missed you.
Yeah.
But y'all, I'm finna get on out of here. I'm finna ski-daddle. And I will see you guys Friday after SmackDown. Hopefully, Naomi will be qualifying for the Money in the Bank. We start making predictions.
She better win Money in the Bank.
I hope so.
Because everybody's talking about it, and every time they start talking, then she starts losing.
We got one more thing to tell y'all. Like I told y'all earlier, Worlds Collide is next Saturday on I will have a story for next week. If it involves that little negress that you was talking to, and if you did something stupid, I'm gonna be cussing your ass out. Playing with you. Talking about you don't have a story for next week. It better be decent. It better be you cussing his ass out.
Child, I got a story.
Oh Lord.
I had to tell that boy he just needs to know when to shut the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Damn, everybody out here doing their own thing.
I was like, you know when to be quiet.
What?
It's like, yeah. I said everything
You
don't
gotta
need
have faith
a
in me.
response. Let's just shut the fuck up. You talk too
can't.
much.
Worlds Collide is next Saturday at 3:00 on YouTube. Remember that it's on YouTube. It is not on Peacock. It is on YouTube. Okay. And then at 7, it's 7 or 8. I want to say it's 7:00 might be the kickoff, and then they might do 8 for the actual show. But at 7 p.m., they're going to start with Money in the Bank. Currently, there are only 4 matches for the card for Money in the Bank. They haven't added anything
I'm
else.
using this picture for Charlotte.
So you have
Not a
Money
new
in the Bank
picture.
men's ladder match. There are 4 people who have qualified: Seth Rollins, Penta, Solo, and LA Knight. And then you have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match where Julia, Roxanne, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea have qualified. This Friday, you're supposed to have another qualifier with Jade, Nia, and Naomi for that second to last slot in the women's ladder match. For the women, there's a women's Intercontinental Championship match with Lyra Valkyria as the current champion and Becky Lynch as the challenger. If Lyra Valkyria wins, Becky Lynch cannot challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship as long as Lyra has it. If Becky wins, Lyra must raise Becky's hand in acknowledgement that she has been defeated by Becky Lynch. And we have the men who are also supposed to show up on Friday Night SmackDown. John Cena and Cody Rhodes are scheduled to be on SmackDown this coming Friday. Logan Paul and John Cena will tag team and face off against Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Now, once that is done, we'll be moving into the 28th of June. Night of Champions is supposed to be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And since it is Night of Champions, I expect every match on this card to be a title match.
But we know it won't.
Kratos, your bald-headed ass, better make every one of these matches a
Put
title
the bitches
match,
on the card.
including the women.
Not the bitches, but you know what I'm saying.
Period. And then on July 12th, there's a lot going on July 12th. Great American Bash, Saturday Night Main Event, and Evolution are all scheduled to be that weekend. Great American Bash is supposed to be earlier on Saturday night, and then Saturday Night Main Event is set to be at 8:00. That Sunday is Evolution. That weekend also has All In Texas, where you'll see Hangman Adam Page face off against John Moxley, and Mercedes Moné is set to face off against Toni Storm. Then we have SummerSlam. SummerSlam is set for August 2nd and on Sunday, August 3rd. This is a 2-night event in MetLife Stadium in Jersey. And then on the 31st of August, we have Clash in Paris. And then on that Monday, September 1st, is Monday Night Raw. Then in October, we have TakeOver Perth. SmackDown, Crown Jewel on Saturday, and Monday Night Raw on Monday will all emanate from Australia, Perth, Australia that weekend. It's going to be a lot going on. And for now, those are all of your scheduled PLEs leading up to October. You may have Halloween Havoc in October and a few other PLEs that are being lingering around. There may be a PLE that'll pop up in September as well, because it seems like Uncle Trip is making PLEs every month, but you never know. With all that being said, ladies and gents, that is your schedule for the PLEs. What'd you say?
It's given like twice a month.
Yeah, every month we get 2 PLEs, or at least a TV special and a PLE. That's the bare minimum that we get every month.
I don't need a TV special. Put that shit on a regular TV episode. Too much going on.
Too many promises have been made to too many networks, and now they have to fulfill them.
And Brian Kemp and Andre Dickens. How dare y'all let these 2 events be booked on the same goddamn weekend? Do you think I got money like that? I'm going to figure out a way. But ridiculous. I shouldn't have to choose between 2 things that I love.
Well, in July, your favorite queen, Beyonce, is supposed to be in Atlanta and everything that weekend is gonna be in Atlanta.
Literally down the street from each other.
Yep.
I hope the stadium blows off. I hope Evolution gets interrupted.
We're just gonna have people running from between the stadiums to go.
But I do know I'm bound to see somebody.
Fair enough.
Oh my god! I'll take a picture with you.
With all that being said, I hope y'all enjoy y'all next couple of days, and I'll see y'all Friday when we talk about SmackDown. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Down for the count.